Hey, we live game. Appreciate everybody who rocking with me, rolling with me. You want to do it? For y'all subscribe, like, maybe it would be lovely. Let's get to this game though. Yeah. Apologies. I got us.
Impressive opening drive. I'm a little surprised that they're coming out this aggressively, but they've had 4 straight plays going from the 26 to the 26 of Morse, and they've all been plays of over 10 yards. Mainly 3 of the 4 plays are out of the passing by Manuel, and then, of course, the quarterback draw for about 11 yards. So this right now, Morse's defense a little bit confused in how to defend this.
Well, we talked about some of the stars for this Hoover team, and Tani Tuipulotu is at the top of the list. His older brother, Christian Tuipulotu, is one of the receivers. Ronnie Grant, also a receiver, target of Manuel. We'll get the offensive lineman here in just a second, get you those starters. First down for Hoover at the 26, on the move.
What in the Lord?
Quick throw to the right side this time. Completion and a nice tackle by
Morse. They line up like
really high.
Nearly took his
only
head
so
off.
much you can do,
that
but
was Ivan Scarville with the team leader in tackles. And he brought him down after a gain of 3.
Well, that's the shortest gain that the Cardinals have had on this drive. Only 3-yard gain. Good pass though to the weak side.
People know we live.
A nice stop by Scarville. Just kind of wrestle him down to the ground with, around the neck.
Abraham Garve is on the line for Hoover, along with Angelo Panifo, Nate Von Suthi, Ethan Ton, and Santiago Alvarez, along with Cesar Gonzalez. 2nd down and 7 for the Cardinals. Another short pass, this time through the hands of the intended receiver. Incomplete. I believe that's Christian Tuipulotu.
Yeah, those are the kind of drops that you have nightmares of later tonight. That was a ball that was easily catchable and should have been catch as Manuel threw that one right on the nose. So that's going to make up 3rd down and 7.
First time on this drive, we have a 3rd down for Hoover. They've moved it successfully without 3rd down. Now 3rd and 7 to keep play on this drive at the 23.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 times, Tuipulotu will make that grab. Safety's really shallow, just 10 yards off the ball.
Looking to throw again. This time a little bit wide of the intended receiver and incomplete. That brings up a 4th down and 7. We figure that Hoover is in 4-down territory inside the 30. That pass just a little bit wide. Been on target up till that point.
He's been pretty solid. The only quote-unquote bad pass he's thrown on this drive. So it's kind of a gamble. They have a kicker who's definitely within range here, but I think Hoover wants to make a statement early.
Hoover without an offensive touchdown last week. They have to be thinking that we want to score a touchdown today to start this game. 4th and 7.
Touchdown? What's going on?
Spread the formation this time instead of the stacked receivers.
We get a timeout
here? And a timeout by the Cardinals. So they'll talk it over after they saw how Morse lined up on defense.
Shout out everybody tuning in.
His first drive of the game, very important 4th down conversion for Hoover and also for the Morse defense if they can get the ball back without giving up any points.
Now, bend don't break here for the Morse Tigers. They got to get moved from the 25 to the 25. Hoover got to move the ball at will. A couple bad passes here, a drop pass.
Yes,
he's got Hoover in a rough situation, 4th and 7 at the 26 of Morse. I don't know. Call me being overly conservative. I'd probably try a kick here. I think the last few plays haven't worked on this drive. They struggle a little bit. Maybe put something on the board early, but like you said, they didn't score an offensive touchdown last week, and they like to make some type of commitment and statement to that right now. I mean, they're going to go back with 5 receivers.
A field goal from here would be about 40 yards for Oaksmar Cabrales, who has a 41-yard successful field goal this year, but they line up on offense on 4th and 7.
Let's see what they
get
got.
The first down, needing to get to this
Why keep
16-yard line.
up and out?
Downfield,
Nope.
all the way to the end zone, but too far for the intended receiver. And Hoover turns it over on downs. Morse defense makes the play, and that's number 22.
Nope.
And that's number 22.
Yep.
Defense
makes
the play, and
which means we're going to see a lot of superior Gare.
Okay.
Ethan Ismailian, the quarterback, hands off to Gare. Good defense by Hoover, stopping him for only a short. Good defense by Hoover.
Let's see what we got.
Ethan Ismailian, the quarterback, hands off to Gare. Good defense by Hoover, stopping him for only a short gain. 2nd down and 7. So yeah, a good hard earned 3 yards for the Tigers. Only 2 receivers out for the quarterback to choose from. Pitch goes to Tui Palupu. Receivers out for the quarterback.
2nd and 7. Ball on the left side.
Back to choose from.
It's not a bad play. Thank call.
Pitch goes.
Ooh, they got to bounce it back out.
Goes to Tui Palupu. And drives forward towards the first down yardage. And he has got it at the 34.
Good run. I got to have their names right here if I can write down these stats.
For the ball carrier. Was it? I was. I'm sorry. The ball carrier on that was it DeVell Green? Yeah. No, it was Superior.
Gare. It was
Gare was on the ball carrier with 7 yards. Yep. 8-yard pickup. Working off that right side.
Give credit to Superior Gare on that carry for the first down. Now flags come out before the play.
Yeah, they go with a 2 tight end set there. They go real tight, trying to get that ball inside. Looks like they're going to try to run within the tackles. Garrett's going to get a lot of work today. They're going to need an oxygen bottle for that guy when he goes to the sidelines. If he goes to the sidelines, because he's also one of their starting defenders.
33.
Among the other starters for the Morse offense, Trayshawn
McNair,
son of the head coach, Tracy McNair, Ivan Scarbilli, DeVell Green, Rayvon Stewart, and Ethan Ismailian.
Look at little 5'6". That's there,
first down and now 15. Handoff goes to Gare, and he is pounded at the line, trying to fight his way forward, but good defense by Hoover for a short gain.
A lot of white jerseys there, but let's give credit to Christian Tuipolo too for the initial stop. He tried to work off that right side again, where they went heavy with a tight end and a flex back, but Hoover all over that, and they're going to be marking number 0 for Morris all night long.
Now the rest of the offense, Omar Meza, Rashad Laban, and Jeremiah Lanes, along with Isaac Leon. So now we got a 2nd and 13 for Morris with 2 running backs. And we got motion. Gare goes out to the slot. Looking to throw for the first time. Pass out to Gare, off his hands and incomplete. Looking right back into the slot. Time. Multiple receivers out on the pattern. Good rush to get to the quarterback, and that pass is incomplete.
Sacked.
Hoover's defense got to him. That was number 6, Noah Contreras back there, along with Jen Ross.
Able to avoid the sack, but not avoid the incomplete pass. Great rush and pressure. And as Garrett just stood there waiting for the ball coming to him and bounced to him a couple times, but Ismailian in a lot of heat. Just had to get rid of it, and that brings up the incomplete pass, brings up a 4th down. So Cardinals do their job defensively.
Morse sends out Rashad Laban for the punt. And Hoover is not expecting a long punt at all. Back at the 45, and let the ball go over their head. Interesting. So the ball bounds at the 37-yard line. No
And
return.
there's no point
That's
to
where Hoover will take over for their second
press
possession.
down.
7:05 to go in
Like
this
that,
first
like
quarter. No scorer in this D5 championship.
Congratulations to the kids, to the youth. This is big. This man, this is a blessing to be able to have your game stream live. Let's see what Hoover come out with. What Hoover about to do.
Cardinals of Hoover take over at their 33-yard line after.
Why do they keep? Oh, I say, don't come out in quads again.
You see the shadows on the
Shit's
field.
right.
Some
Shut
players in the
down.
bright sunshine and others in the shadows. Be that way for a little while. There's another completion. That's Ronnie Grant taking it and getting 7 yards on first down.
That's good first down.
Oh,
play.
yeah.
Right in the
Oh, yeah.
75
What number was
spot,
that?
right in the hitch curl area. Easy play.
Number one.
Good way to start this drive with a 7-yard pickup.
Quick passes
7-yard
from
catch on the
Manuel so
play.
far. Been successful and moved the ball all the way down inside the 25 on their first possession, but it came up short on fourth down. So now they've got a 2nd and 2 at the 40.
What you think
Morse
they got?
defense
What you
keeping
think
the
they got? Should
secondary
we go Tony
really
Romo on
tight.
it?
And the safety's no
Predict the
more
play.
than 10 yards off the ball. And this looks like man-to-man.
Another passing look and going deep this
What?
time. Receiver has a step and a flag.
Horrible play
Comes
call.
out.
Yeah, no
The
doubt
guard
there.
is horrible
First
play call.
possession, but it came up short on fourth down. So now
It's
we got a
second and
2nd
third. I see why y'all didn't score
at the
last
40.
week. Run the ball.
Morse defense keeping the secondary really tight. And the safety's no more than 10 yards off the ball. And this looks like man-to-man.
At minimum, just throw the bubble. Fake the run right. Quick bubble. Block down, block down. Easy money. Fake the run, quick slant. 5 yard.
Of Morse.
That was a good-looking football he threw. I think if
Apologies, y'all. Let me go back. Let me go back.
Turn
Where we
around.
at?
That's going to Hoover into Morse territory. 4-yard line of Morse.
that was a good-looking football he threw. I think sophomore, 6'1", 180 league in the next few years.
1st and 10 now at the 44. It's time to hand off. Net the line, but runs right
Hit the
through it.
run. That hit the hold on.
Time
Boom.
to hand off. Net the line, but runs right through it. Tue Pelutu with the first down carry and 7 yards.
Good-looking run. Broke the first tackle off the line of scrimmage and found a seam past the linebacker to pick up 7 yards on the play.
It's been mostly pass so far for Hoover, not as much run as we might have expected.
Right.
And that, of course, gives them a chance to open up the running game by being balanced on pass.
And you see the benefits there. And so don't be too surprised if you see Emmanuel start to picking up the ball and tucking himself and getting a few quarterback runs as well.
2nd down play, another throw. On target
Just
again.
slowly catch.
Abdallah has
He's
it
at
for
14
first
yards.
down at the 27-yard line.
You know, credit where credit's due with this Hoover offensive line. The Morse is bringing at least five every time, and they are handling it well and giving Emmanuel plenty of time to throw. And he's throwing darts out into the flats right now. He's really in tune with his receivers.
That's what you want from your offensive line, the quarterback, to see the field, and that's what they're doing. First down from the 27-yard line now for Hoover, their second chance of the day. Still no score here in the first quarter. Manuel looking to throw again.
There you go. Get busy. Ooh.
Tries to get some yards running it and gets to the 22.
He just thought a little bit too much.
Brought down. Good solid to throw again.
You say
Getting
get
chased.
busy. Boom.
East.
Yeah, he really want to. At this point, left step, right step, left step, get upfield. They didn't let me see it. That was me. It's all right.
I'd like to have him for the rest of the late or delayed blitz.
One to the left this time.
Chips right. Better
Caesar
lineman
toss
first
in
and
the backfield,
foremost.
but the pass goes out to the
Good
right
pass.
side, complete. Ronnie Grant has it, and Ronnie Grant gets to the 11-yard line, another first down.
I'm not sure what Morse is thinking, but they're leaving the responsibilities in the flat wide open. They're going deep, and they're giving like 10, 15-yard cushions to these receivers after the ball is snapped. And Manuel and the
Good
Cardinals
route.
are taking full advantage of it now as they're only 11 yards away from a score.
If anybody thought that, and maybe we thought a little bit, that Hoover would just kind of line up and run the ball all day, they're showing that they can also throw the ball. Their balance, definitely showing good balance on offense.
It also tells you why you and I are broadcasting and not coaching.
Manuel has 2,700 yards passing this year, so we can
What's up,
expect him with
2,700?
23 touchdowns and showing off a really good arm. Gets the first down to the 11.
I think they've done their film work this week on Morse's defense, especially their secondary and their coverage schemes, and they're taking full advantage of it now as they've already, this first quarter, Manuel's been just on point.
First down and 10. They can get a first down at the 1-yard line. Tui Pelotu is in the backfield now, behind his quarterback. Got a lineman in motion. Love that look. And Tupelotu gets the handoff and gets inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, they bring a guard in, Angelo Punifo, who's also the long snapper. They put him in a flex position, slide motion him across to where they're going to run the ball and let him just lead right through the hole.
Get the white outline there, pop.
First down gain.
Yeah, get that white outline there, go crazy.
Second down and 8 with a chance to get a first down at the 1. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Hoover looking to get on the board for the first time today. Here's the handoff and a big tackle in the backfield. Wow, in the backfield immediately. That was number 22. That's Gael, I believe, who got in there and made the tackle in the backfield.
Yeah, he's got 89 tackles on the season, so this is familiar territory for him. And somebody missed their block on the left A gap, and he shot right through. He got Tui Pelotu in the backfield for a loss of about 5 on the play, 4.
Tackle for loss for Gael Diaz, number 22. And that makes it 3rd and 10 now. Back at the 11-yard line. Almost the 12. It's closer to 3rd and 11. 4 receivers stacked now down to the left of the quarterback. Motion to the right side for Manuel. Throw to the 5-yard line and broken up.
Good defense.
Ivan Scarville with the breakup, and the incomplete pass brings up a 4th down.
Well, a bend don't break defense of Morse. Once they get inside the red zone, they toughen up. And right now, once again, Morse is forcing a 4th down against the Cardinals deep in their own territory. So we'll see if they kick it this time. I think they're going to. I think they're going to try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, brought on their
What
kicker.
you think they should do?
Osmar Cabrales, has 1 field goal this year of 41. 1 of 2. So this would be his 3rd attempt of the season.
It's on Max
He
Preps.
must have made that field goal last week, because they had that early field goal in the game against Canyon Hills.
Kind of the decider right there.
This one from 28 yards out from the right hash mark, trying to get the Cardinals on the board. Oh, the snap is mishandled, and on the ground, the kicker tries to run with it, and he's tackled. Dominic Quintel.
You gotta stay disciplined.
Nella makes the tackle for a big loss, and the field goal attempt is no good.
Wow.
On a bobbled snap, not even a chance for the kicker to get the ball in the air.
Twice, Hoover in this quarter come up empty on their possessions inside the red zone. So that time was a mistake on the part of Hoover more than anything else. It's a bad snap by Punifo, and there's no way that the holder, and I'm trying to remember who our holder was able to bring that ball down. That ball skipped to him a couple times. And
we need some touchdowns, y'all. We need some touchdowns.
Move the football and try to make something happen.
Axel Rojas tried his best, but that ball bounced back to him. First down for Morse, and here's the handoff to Gare. Gare drives forward, taking tacklers with him for a 5-yard gain on first down. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go here, and we have a player down on the field. While there's a player down on the field, we'll take a quick break and we'll come right back after this on the NFHS Network.
When you fire up Big Ten Plus, you get more game, nonstop, around the clock. More live games you won't see anywhere else. More access to your team, wherever you want.
I see what's going on. Appreciate everybody watching in. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. What's going on?
More big-time playmakers.
This is going to get going.
Catch up to 4 games at once, so you'll never miss more shots, spikes, and scores. Download the Big Ten Plus app today. It's
flag as well. I really want to do flag. I got Sersky. Yeah, start him out. They on break right now. I heard my dog cutting up. Yeah. Having a blasty.
Glad to see that number 51. Is that Giannis?
Yeah, Jeremiah Giannis.
Getting up on his own and walking off the field. Well, he's getting a little bit of help, but it's always good to see him walk off in his own power. Yeah. Was injured on that last play.
Hopefully they can find out his ills and maybe get him back in the game. Hate to miss a championship game when you're a player.
Must have thrown a good block because they did get 6 yards on the play, and it's 2nd and 4 for Morse. Hand off to Gare. Gare drives forward. Oh, the spinning motion of Gare to get that first down.
Got a nice lead block by his fellow running back. Linda, I believe, was the lead blocker on that. Gave him enough room to get the first down over the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 with 2:12 to go in this first quarter. No score still. The defenses have held so far.
More sticking with their ground attack. And making sure Gare gets as many touches as possible.
Almost a traditional fullback running back set here when you have your lead blocker up there for Gare. This time they fake it and look to throw to that lead blocker, and it's a completion. Well-designed play to Fritz Gamalinda, and that is another, or close to a first down.
That was a good execution on that play. Gamalinda actually faked the block, then went out into the flat. He was the primary receiver the entire time on that pass, as Malian found him out there for a 6-yard pickup.
Senior listed as a fullback here and showed good hands. So it was a gain of 6, so it's 2nd and 4. Like that play, the fake, the handoff to the lead blocker and then throw to him. It's back to Gare. This time has some room to run and gets first down yardage. Always working to get the extra 2 yards. First down for Morse.
Wow. He worked off and got a good job opening up a seam on the left side of the offensive line. He took advantage of it, and he carried about 2 or 3 defenders for an extra 3 yards after initial contact. And now the ground attack for Morse starting to show up here.
Second possession of the game for Morse, but give credit to Hoover's defense so far, holding this very fast-paced, high-powered offense to no points so far as we get under a minute to go in this first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 43. Gare off left tackle, gets outside the corner, makes men miss. Oh, what a move he put on to get the ball over midfield.
He duped one player, straight-armed another, then just jitterbugged against another before 2 other defenders could finally bring him in for a 9-yard gain. That is next-level running by this young man.
And not to call him out, but I believe that's Abdallah over there who's going both ways. And he is an outstanding athlete. He just got faked out of his shoes. And that's going to be the last play of the first quarter We have played one full quarter here in this D5 championship.
Hey, I appreciate all the 7
No score
subscribers.
between Hoover and Morse. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Viewers, it's
FHS
important to me getting back into football, so I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm taking my quick little break right now.
The Ford F-150 hybrid 4x4 has an estimated range of around 700 miles and a
I'm still on the scene.
11,000 pounds.
I'm still here.
Get the Ford F-150
I'm
powered
better
with
and better
hybrid
at commentating.
0.9% APR financing and start saving at the pump.
Getting ready to start the second quarter here at Southwestern College. Kerry Garnett on TC Wardell as Morse is on the move at midfield, just beyond midfield, trying to get on the board first, and the Hoover defense is trying to keep it scoreless.
Well, Morse is doing a good job on this drive, using their ground attack and trying to use time of possession to keep that Hoover offense off the field, because they have looked really impressive so far this evening.
After that 9-yard run from Garrett, 2nd and 1. Another handoff to Gare. Stacked up by the Hoover defense, but not before he gets to the 45-yard line, and another first down for Morse.
Well, what a great move. He ran off the right guard, noticed that there was nowhere to go. He said nothing but white jerseys. Bounced out to the outside and picked up 2 or 3 yards for the first down. That is outstanding vision and patience by this young man.
To say that Superior Gare is difficult to tackle is an understatement of the day.
Well, he is superior.
Absolutely.
You're going to have to get used to my dry humor because it gets really bad even as the game goes on.
Parents apparently knew from the very beginning. First down at the 45. It's Gare. Around the right side.
I like that run.
Opened up by the offensive line.
Great run.
That is another 8 yards for Superior Gare.
He has been the workhorse on this drive. And boy, what a job by the guard and tackle on the cross block there, opening up a huge hole for Gare. And once you get him in the second level, he is tough to bring down.
Yeah, I know.
I hear my daughter. Well, on their second possession of the game. 2nd and 2 now from the 42, or the 37. They need to get to the 35 for a first down.
We need a touchdown.
Running backs this time.
Come on, y'all.
That's both teams. Gamalinda, number 14, lead blocking for Gare. Fake handoff to Gare, and the pass wide open. You got a receiver. Brandon Short has it down to the 11-yard line. What a play.
Nice play. They got me.
And
they got me.
2 running backs this time in the backfield. That's Gamalinda, number 14.
Yeah, that was nice.
Lead blocking
for Gare.
Fake handoff to Gare, and the pass wide open. You got a receiver. Fake lead blocking for Gare.
I didn't slip.
Fake handoff to Gare, and the pass wide open. You got a receiver. Brandon Short has it down to the 11-yard line. What a play fake. And a first down at the 11 for Morse.
Wow, it's a 25-yard pickup. And I'll tell you what Hoover did. They gambled on that when they put 6 on the line and brought a 7th. And they read it perfectly. Esmanian read that perfectly. Got it out to his safety valve. Now, Morse on the board before halftime.
You have to keep bringing that many tacklers to get the running back. It leaves somebody open. That's what happened there. Gare with a handoff, cuts back and gets yardage inside the 10-yard line. Cuts back and gets yardage inside with a handoff. Cuts back and gets yardage inside the 10-yard line down to the 7.
Now we can see that one, that whole opening and forming as you move to the left and cut back inside. Where he saw the seam. Well, he has got, as I said earlier, outstanding vision when he runs, and he's patient. He's smart running back.
Hoover.
He's still able to pick up a yard, but now we got a third down situation.
3 minutes, 10 seconds left here in this first half. We're still scoreless in the D5 title game. Morse trying to change that on a 3rd down. Fake handoff to Gare. Rolls out, throws to the back of the end zone, and incomplete. Trying to find Brandon Short again. Ball bounced in the air. A couple of in this half. We're still scoring. scoreless in the D5 title game. Morse trying to change that on a 3rd down.
Tight end.
Fake hand.
Okay, that's not a bad play. Not a bad play. You gotta get it to him. Yeah, evidently he can't, but yeah, I see it. Oh man, that's all right.
Field goal attempts this year, 2 of 2.
Tipped it away. It nearly fell in the hands of a.
It's all right.
Morse, which would back them up 5 yards.
Really want to see that play.
And our referee says it's against Morse.
That's how, man. This is why I get back on my football stuff, because they're gonna be playing to the next level, representing our city. So I guess I gotta get on my wide receiver. Coach. Bang.
Christopher Felix Martinez lines
it
up
up
from
me.
28
That's the only reason why I'm
yards
getting
out.
back to football. I'm not for it because it's CTE, but someone told me that was
The kick is up. It
leave him
is
hanging.
good.
Regardless.
Oh, that was closer than I thought.
Christopher Felix Martinez gets Morse on the board with a 28-yard field goal.
Here you go.
It is 3-0 in favor of the Tigers. And we'll take a quick break and be right back after this on the NFHS Network.
8:30, 8:53 on the clock. Second quarter. You feel me? That's what I'm about to do. Let me know what games y'all want me to do. Make sure y'all let the people know we're gonna do our thing. Lincoln, Lincoln game, Lincoln versus Reading Hills. People was popping it. Well, I'm always Southeast. Yeah, I'm a Dago High Caber, but I'm a Southeast rep. Southeast versus everybody when it comes to that. You feel me? Like this game, but this is tricky. I ain't picking and choosing. This one coming East Dago, baby. 2. You feel me?
After the 28-yard
so we're enjoying this game, but yeah. Southeast, we need to be there, supporting our community. One of us is in there. It's like we should be here. You know what I mean? And I ain't there. That's why I'm here. I don't love being able to show.
Fake onside kick.
Broadcast the game.
That's kind of been a
other
tradition for Morse historically.
Running yes, sir. Ski.
Fake.
Wait, what in the dough? Why in the
team a little sketchy
like that? Why the NFL?
Well, it is an onside kick, or at least close to it.
Hell
it is
nah.
picked up, fielded at the 45-yard line.
You want to do my
and a nice
like
return by Christian Tuipulotu.
Hell nah.
Brings it back all the way to the 47. Good field position for Hoover.
All the viewers, we got to make, that a
I'm not sure I would do a kick
point
like that this early
How
in the
why
game.
the hell?
That gives this high-powered Hoover offense outstanding field position on a short field at their own.
Hey, my brother's still up in here. Hey,
I'm not sure you would
I
try
do. I need
any
help with
onside
that.
kicks against Hoover
I
because they returned one for a touchdown.
Very good.
Just last week, and it was a huge play in the game.
We know as
they won by 4.
Take time, so we're gonna get there, build it. Shit.
Hoover, they trail it now
3-0
in the second quarter.
Yeah, man, travel do some business.
Points on the board.
Get immediate.
Surprising, no score until then. Here is a nice run by Cesar Gonzalez, number 5. He gets 8 or close to 8 yards on first down. He gave him 7.
Some fresh legs in there for Hoover. Gonzalez in his first carry gets about 7 yards on the play off that left side. And they found something on that left side. They're able to open up some holes for the Hoover running back. So we'll see if they continue to take advantage of that.
Yes,
very good drives all the way up to where they're getting ready to score, and then they've not been able to score in both occasions, getting the ball all inside the 25.
Take a break, go full for y'all. Enjoy the game. Let me know what I'm. No, I ain't gonna miss nothing.
Short pass, looking back into the sunshine, but making the catch, and that is Noah Contreras. Steps out of bounds at the 37-yard line of Morse. It's a first down.
Nice right here. Contreras. He went back and looked like he was going out of bounds and came back in and took a wallop from Gael Diaz to assure that he was out of bounds, but a good play out in the flat. They're not trying to make big chunk passing plays. They're getting the pass out early to their ball carriers or to the pass catchers and letting them do the work after.
1st and 10 now for Hoover at the Morse 37. Handoff this time again to Gonzalez. He gets tripped up for a loss of 1 yard.
Yeah, he ran into his own pulling guard, who might have been a little slow on the uptake on that play as he found some room. Looked like there was going to be some room off the right side to set the edge, but unfortunately unable to keep his footing after running to his big guard, and this one, 1 yard loss, here brings up 2nd and 11.
We have a noticeable absence of Tani Tuipulotu, not out there. This is a guy who's on the field almost every play and hasn't been out there for this series.
Yeah, I have not seen much of him in this ball game so far.
It's been Cesar Gonzalez, the running back, for the last couple of plays. Now a timeout on the field. Morse calls the timeout. 7:17 to go. No, it's actually Hoover that calls a timeout. 7:17 to go. 3-0 in favor of Morse. And we'll have more live action right after this on the NFHS Network.
When you fire up Big Ten Plus, you get more game, nonstop, around the clock.
I ain't gonna do my love
Live
ones
games
like
you
that.
won't see anywhere
How
else.
y'all going through the
More
game
access
right
to
now?
your
Drop
team
some
wherever
comments.
you want,
We're gonna
24/7.
tune in to the Lincoln versus Granite
More
Hills
stories,
game for sure,
more highlights,
and more local
more
games. Any San Diego game y'all want me to pop out?
Catch up
Let
to
me
4
know.
games at
Can't do the
once, so you
pros.
never miss.
I don't
More
really care about the
shots,
pros. I don't got
spots,
time to
and
watch the NFL. I
scores.
really don't even care.
Download the
Well, I like sitting back watching a whole bunch of millionaires run around play
There's a second
basketball.
down play.
This
Ball
about my
goes to the
youth.
corner
You
of the
feel me?
sideline,
And I'm
just
seeing how I
out
got
of
prepared
reach.
on
The
game live.
running
Probably
Grant.
talking too much. Let me.
That time, Manuel
Yeah.
leading his receiver
Nah,
a
we
little
ain't-
far. There was another time where the
We
receiver
ain't going there.
right back.
We're going here.
This is the time of
Like a
day, too,
bookie.
TC, where that sun
We
is
do
at an
that.
angle where it is going to
Feel
affect
me? I
plays
just
going
see
that
what my
direction.
need,
It's a little
what my
difficult
need,
right
what my
now. We'll
youth
see as the
need
sun
to improve
hits
in this
down
game.
over
Because
the
it's only so
Pacific,
many
it'll be a little
trainers.
easier to see more
Damn, I
shadow,
gotta
less
prepare
light,
them
sun.
because I
Yeah,
know what
you're
they
right.
about to
That
go through when they
particular
go
play,
to that
Morse's
next level.
safeties are playing so
And when
shallow.
first thing
they're
I
putting
say,
the
we
corners
in
on
there,
islands against these
your
receivers.
name and where you from.
These receivers are getting separation, and it's just a matter of a little less or a little
Feel
more
me?
air.
Cass White,
that they start
Southeast,
completing
San
those deep
Diego.
passes.
San
It's up to
Diego.
3rd and
That's the
11.
first thing they're
Ball
gonna
at
do.
the
Like
38
they gotta go represent all of them, all in each every one. So that's why I be feeling some type of way. Like I got
Two receivers to the right and 2 to the left for the quarterback.
Oh, love.
Looking downfield. Now throws it complete. Nice throw and catch to Abdallah for a first down.
Boy, that's 16 yards on that play. He could have picked up and run. He being Emmanuel could have just tucked the ball and run that and probably would have gotten 10 yards easy, but he saw his receiver out in the flat just waiting for a pass and delivered in a couple yards after
I gotta
the
go
catch.
design
And
Hoover
once
jerseys.
again, Hoover's offense on the march.
I gotta go
Third
design a whole
time
bunch of high
Hoover's
school
moved inside
jerseys.
the
I'm so
25-yard
serious,
line.
yo.
They're yet to
Who is
score.
doing my youth like
So
this?
they're at the 20.
This don't look
First
like
down and
Hoover.
10. We'll see what they do on this drive.
You feel me? I
6:53
like
to
the
go.
Morse style, but I ain't gonna lie.
3-0
It's my
Morse.
opinion. I always, yeah. All
Receivers
right.
out to the
Damn,
right
I
side.
can't lie. We need the right outline on that Morris joint. Make it pop. Y'all
This is
can just
pass
have
up
him
the
out there
sideline,
like.
going to the end zone, trying for the touchdown. Caught for the touchdown.
Ooh, let me shut up.
That is Christian Tuipulotu. Pulls it in for the touchdown, 20 yards for Hoover.
All right.
Once again, safety's playing so shallow, they're not giving their corners any
Nice,
support on the
sir.
deep
Congrats,
routes.
young Prince.
And Pelotu got about 2 steps
We ran out
on the
young
Morse
kings yet.
defender.
Y'all
He made
still
a
Prince.
great diving
You
catch.
feel me?
And in the end zone for the score. Finally, a touchdown in this game. We have a player
really
down
dukes.
on the
You
field
know what I mean?
for Hoover at about 30-yard
Some
30-yard
people
line.
don't even know about Dukes.
Our
Dukes
field
and
camera
Dutch.
had a
Is it
great view
Duchess?
of that touchdown catch. Hoover gets on the board and leads, and we'll check on the player that's down. But that 20-yard touchdown gives the Cardinals a 6-3 lead. First time
We got a
today
game.
they have found the end zone.
We got a
and
game.
They take the lead over Morse.
It's just a beautiful pass. Like we had said earlier, it's just a matter of getting a little more, a little less air on those throws from
Yeah, I
Emmanuel.
love that
one
steady.
was
I might go
spot
do
on
some
in the
speed.
corner
I
of the end
might.
zone.
I ain't know my. I ain't
Sure,
going to do some
Pelosi made a
speed work,
great
more
grab.
receiver work, and
First
DB work
touchdown
down
we
there.
have seen in this ball game with 6:28 to play.
All athlete work. So if you got any youth or even you
Checking
want
on
to pop
the
out, let's pop
player that's
out.
down
You know I'm recording everything. You know we getting footage.
30-yard
Yes, sir.
line. One of the offensive linemen who was protecting the quarterback, I believe that is who was down.
Well, since we have a moment
Prayers for the youth.
Stat,
Hope everything all
we're
right.
not all
Been
done
there
here tonight.
before. I
Folks. We've
heard
got
about
3
that.
championship games in the San Diego section
Thank
tomorrow.
you so much for
Divisions
this
4,
football stuff.
3,
I
and
know
1,
everything that's
starting
going
at
on.
high noon Pacific Standard Time. The excitement continues in the championship weekend on Saturday. So please join us here on the NFHS network for those games, especially that Division I matchup between Lincoln and Granite Hills. That is going to be an outstanding rematch of a section title game from a few years back.
It was Angelo Panufu who went off.
So
Extra point coming now from Omar Cabrales.
I'm gonna have to make a love Lincoln. Resign tonight, see if I can get it done.
Another mishandled snap, but Cabrales just under the crossbar. The extra
I see why they
point, no
D5,
good.
but
Rojas did his best to get it down, but another
I'm
failed
looking
kick
like I
this
see why
time. The extra
D5
point, no good.
size. But
So
this,
leads at 6-3 with 6:28
I
to
don't
go
like it.
in this first
I don't
half.
like
And we'll take a quick break and be right back on the NFHS network.
And shout out to all the players and the families. And
This presentation of the NFHS network.
I just hope they all having fun. That's all that matters. A lot of kids last game.
This presentation of the NFHS network is brought to you
Probably.
by Big Ten Plus. Get 3 months of Big Ten Plus for only $4.99 per month. Scan the
Probably
QR code and go to
about
bigtenplus.com and
95%
enter
of these kids is their
NFHS when
last game.
selecting a
Not
monthly
going to the
pass
All-Star
at
game.
checkout.
A lot of them is actually what the stars is juniors and sophomores. So
The
let's
Cardinals lead
see.
at 6-3 now with 6:28 to go. After that beautiful 50-yard
Cardinals in the
touchdown
building. He
from
said,
Ezekiel
"What once Cardinals out with the Cardinals?"
to Christian
On the
Tuipulotu.
dough.
Here's the
Hey, my
kickoff.
better.
Goes
Yes,
out
sir.
of bounds.
You
Trying
know
the
I know
onside
that
kick.
is. Come on, man.
And they'll have
The
to
goat
either
right there.
mark it
That's a Hoover
after the
goat. What he
penalty
say?
or try it again. We'll see what Morse decides to do. Like we'll just take.
Hoover never lost to Morse.
And as you had mentioned, Kerry,
Come on.
they've had 2 bad
Let me
snaps
get it right.
on
Let
a
me
field
get it
goal
right.
and now
Hoover
on a
never lost to
PAT.
Morse.
The player
I like to
for
keep
Hoover
that
who had gone
tradition
out was
going
their long
today for my
snapper.
brother
And
T.
so you have
D.
someone else
Let me
coming in to
talk
try to fill that role. That
say
is not an easy job to do, as you really need to practice it. And I saw
Hoover
on the
never
sidelines
lost to
them
Morse.
working on it.
I like to
beforehand,
keep
but
that tradition
that's
going
an X
today
factor to
for my
any
brother
game if you've got a
T.
backup long snapper.
Division
not
based
used
off
to,
the schedule,
finding
talent,
those
not the
snaps
sport
back
that
on
we
extra
say.
points and field goals.
The division is based
We're
off
basing the
schedule
previous
talent,
game
not the
results.
school size
This
like back
game,
in the days.
Hoover
Okay.
Cardinals have to be pleased with
Oh,
the
my
way
bad.
this
Got a
game is
game
going.
live.
It's
Apologize.
6-3. They won their last
Yeah,
game.
my brother
10-6.
comment. I'm gonna keep
They're
that up
winning
there
these
for a little
close
bit though.
games,
Yeah.
whereas it's been Morse running away from people. So far, advantage Hoover.
Yeah,
They lead it by 3.
PTD.
First down
Like I
for
said, talk about
Morse
that on
at
my
the
Facebook.
38.
When I
There's a
think of
pass in the
Morris, me
sunshine
personally,
caught.
but now my bro Travis
You
didn't
see
hit
the
me, so I
player
keep
looking
thinking
back
Trav.
for it.
But
That's
originally,
Raymond Nonato.
Patrick Mitchell. I think of Morris. I
That
think
was,
of
like you
Patrick
said, in
Mitchell.
a really tough spot. There's only one
Then just
spot near the 40,
naturally,
between the 35 and
Ty
40 that has
Doxy.
just
For my
full sun,
generation,
and
Ty
he's
like
looking
2.5
right
years
at
older
it.
than this.
Still did a good job
Gotta
making
say
the
Daryl's.
grab.
DeAndre
Getting
Johnson.
3 yards on the play.
Hoover has some
It's a
dogs
factor
though.
right now. We're
You
about
can
to get to
say
the point
Corey
where the
Tracy.
shadows
So it
completely
just
take over
depends
the
on
field.
who you
It will
like
no
more.
longer be a problem
Everybody got
for
different
players. That's
palate.
the one spot
That
where
is
there
a
was
fact.
an issue. It's
You
second
know what I
and 8.
mean?
Though.
Man,
They
what
did
the
get 2
hell?
yards on the pass play.
Oh, now this popped up. I'm like, man, don't look. We gotta bring that skill back. Oh, damn, my bad. Y'all watch the game. Let me chill
3
out.
yards before being brought down by Hoover's.
Yeah, we gotta bring them that skill level back though in San Diego. It was just different because we was
He
outside.
is an Iron Man here, and if he had
We
made that
grew up
tackle, there was
outside, getting
nothing
to
but
the bag,
green
so
grass in front of
athleticism
there.
is different.
Yeah, good open
These
field
kids ain't
tackle.
on side like us.
Another timeout on the field. We'll keep it right here for now. It's 6:05 to go here in this first half. And as we were saying,
Hey, I'm 34. I think I'm faster than everybody on the field right now.
Got to be pleased with the pace of this game. They only lead it by 3, but that's kind of.
I know Brandon got me.
Won their
A
3
few
games. They've won
high school
each one of
kids
these
got me.
games by such a close margin.
Yeah, me,
2
baby
points, 3
Davon
points, 4
coming.
points in these playoffs.
He right there.
Whereas
He
Morse
about
has blown out their
to.
opponent.
Besides that, I don't see too many San Diego high school athletes. I don't run at me.
Gone so far.
And I want to work with them so they can, but we could up the skill level. So we can have more Ty Doxy, DeAndre Johnson,
he does have a lot of yards, but they haven't allowed him to make big
Malik
chunk
Ransoms.
plays. And they were able to
Patrick
keep him out of
Mitchell.
the end zone the last time down the field.
You know,
So, yeah, exactly. This is kind of playing into Hoover's game plan.
who else gonna come to my
Short
mind
16
when I
win,
think
but
of that?
someone's going to break something.
I don't even know about Ramel.
Like you were
Some
missing
some
a
Rails,
Fangio on the
hooping.
last
You got
play.
Webb.
If not for a really strong opening
Morris had
tackle, there
athletes
was a lot
during
of
my time
space in
too.
front
And love. That's
of
why
Hunter Guerin.
my
You have to
generation
feel like
is so
he will
cold.
eventually break one of those long runs.
That's what guys playing both
Nice
ways when they're
facts.
fatigued.
3rd and 6, big third down play here.
Let's get back to
They
this
throw
football.
it, little screen, receiver screen, nice move inside, and big yardage for number 4, DeVell Green. Hits
Yeah, I
the
like
first
that.
down
Yeah, I
well
mean,
into Hoover
see, you need
territory
some of
at the
that.
36. Beautiful play.
Yeah, it was, and I
That
like
feet
the
works.
way they
Pace in front.
That's feet work.
of
Some
Hunter
love. You need
Guerin.
that.
You have to feel like he will eventually break one of those long runs.
That's what guys
This is
playing
gonna
both
make me
ways
get
when
back
they're
on my
fatigued.
footwork stuff because they need it.
3rd and 6,
No
big third
motion.
down play here.
Boom.
They throw it, little
Screen, my favorite
screen,
type. Oof.
receiver screen, nice move inside,
No, they hit
and
him.
big
That was a
yardage
good
for
run.
number
That was a good
4,
run.
DeVell
I'm running back one more
Green.
time, y'all.
Gets the first down well into Hoover territory. 3rd and 6, big
I'd have
third
hit it
down
low.
play here.
Yeah.
They throw it, little
Boom.
screen, receiver screen, nice
Boom.
move
I'd have hit it
inside,
again.
and big yardage
But
for
that's how you
number
get
4,
upfield, though.
DeVell Green. Gets the first down well into Hoover territory at the 36. Beautiful play.
Yep.
Green's
Beautiful.
first down reception sets it up at the 36-yard line. Morse looking to regain the lead. Handoff this time to number 8. That's Alex Smith who breaks tackles.
Yes, sir.
Alex Smith
Starts
gets
there.
to the 25 and another first
Starts there.
to regain the lead.
What's my favorite offense spread? Especially when
Handoff this
athletes. You don't even
time
need that
to
many,
number
though.
8. That's Alex
It's
Smith
just the
who
best
breaks
offense to me.
tackles. Alex Smith gets to the 25 and another
Put
first
it out.
down.
Let's see what we
This is
do.
where I'm seeing
Use the
fatigue
field.
in this Hoover defense. Smith made a great cut,
Hope
but he
I'm
went
on them
through
to
someone's
come on
arm
me,
tackle,
dog.
and that usually is a sign of, hey, I'm tired. I'm tired of hitting people a little bit. I need a little bit of air. So you're starting to wear down the Morse's offense because it's slow generating. It's not a big play offense. It's slow generating, just starting to wear down the front seven for
Like
Hoover.
that slow generating.
Tani Tuipulotu gave him a big high five. He's out in the slot right now, and they throw it to him. Cuts back, breaks tackles, gets inside the 20-yard line for Morse.
I like him.
Nice catch and run and yards after the catch for Tuipulotu.
Yeah, that was a lot of running for 6 yards. But now we're starting to see Morse throw the ball a little bit. That right there is kind of an extended run play out to Garrett in the flat. And if you get him in open space, and when you get him in open space, he is dangerous and he's tough to bring down. Especially against a defense that's a little bit gassed right now.
Yeah, that's Gare for Morris getting the 7 yards. Give him credit for the play.
I like that, though. Despite the skill level, it's not the score size.
He's in the backfield behind the quarterback.
They ain't good information. I've been off the scene a long time.
Gets the handoff.
So y'all wondering why I'm popping so much about the popcorn scene, and I've been out of it. Talk to Brookie Patterson. Think about it, bro. I've been in Dago 2 years. I was gone a long time.
What I like about
as long as I've been in Dago,
goes off to the edge.
in
Most
10
people try to
years.
get to the edge as
But
much as they
people
can.
ain't been nowhere to see me on social media, so they think I'm soon. No, I'm speaking ignorantly. I tell y'all, what the? It's my opinion anyway.
They do mark it
But Snoop is back in the ball, so I will not be outworked. Told people only 2 people who could work with me was Shire Brother DeAndre Johnson. That's it.
4 minutes to go in
I
this
don't like
first
working
half.
with you guys. You don't work hard enough. Let's get back to high school ball. Apologies.
Another handoff to Gare. Nice space around the right side and gets about 3 yards to the 12.
Linebackers really working hard for Hoover, trying to get him down because he's breaking through the defensive line. And the back seven, keep their eyes on him at the same time.
Facts, man. Put those love, pure facts.
Morse has done
Pure
extremely
facts.
well.
You feel me? Presented by us. Love yours lifestyle. Who love yours? All of us. It's community owned. You know what I mean? Like Green Bay Packers. I don't own it.
At the 13-yard line.
Love yours is community owned. Telling people on there want to listen. On my baby Braves.
Called his name today. He's one of the receivers.
He's trying to figure out where he goes, and he's got some confusion there on the set.
The receiver going back and forth, and now they have to talk.
Shout out Monique Henderson. You heard her name, you know she's
his
black.
dad, Tracy McNair, will talk
If
it
she's
over with
black,
the Tigers. The 2:52
my
to
sister,
go now in this
my
first
mama,
half.
my
He doesn't
auntie,
get grounded,
cousin.
not knowing where he's supposed to be.
He has made some impact on this team this year. He has a couple of interceptions, and also on offense as a freshman.
Yeah, I hope these kids get to go
Hasn't had a chance to make a play tonight.
to the next level and just get the education experience, man.
67
Even if it's
tackles on the
NAI, I
year
tell these
for his
kids, they're
defensive
small.
end.
Look,
He's
the
the
lineman
and
is
2
small.
interceptions. He's really had a lot of
I'm
impact on
telling
the
you this from a
defensive side for the
scout.
Morse Tigers this year.
All my,
Like you said,
and that's a good thing
just
about
a
going to
freshman,
college.
so
You meet so many people. I
a little
literally
more
got
growing and a little more experience and maturing. He's going to be
six
your
old
type of
teammates
all-league
who are
players.
D1 coaches, probably a few D2 and NAI, and 2 of them that's actually recruits in the NFL. Now, one of my old coaches is a recruit, and one of my childhood friends think I'm around this recruit.
And we're actually lucky tonight that it's
So
working
they
as well as
ask
it is.
more
We had
time. I
all
tell them I
kinds of
watch
issues in
football,
the
but
Open
now I'm
East
back on football. I
Championship.
can
This is a
send
temporary
these people,
scoreboard for
send
now
us
while they work on the
highlights out.
on their larger
So
one.
if your kid really want to build and grow, highlight Coach Smith, we can get them somewhere. If their coaches is BS like mine, and then send out no tapes or even mark down your goddamn it, go. Even mark down your stats. Touchdown, we'll take it.
Is it Smith or Gare?
Alex
Smith with the touchdown from 12 yards out. And
Alex
Morse
Smith
once again takes the lead.
Shout out Alex Smith.
I'm looking downfield at how the
His high
secondary
school.
is covering, and
You
there
know
is
about
no one in the
San
mid
Diego
to deep
football. Go look
flats
who
wide open.
Alex
You
Smith
could see
is. That's funny.
Smith just
I'm gonna ask
standing out there
people,
with
you know who Alex
white
Smith
jersey
is?
near him.
I bet you they don't,
Found him
especially the youth.
easily.
And they're supposed to
And
know.
he fought his way into the
You
end
know
zone
it's
from the
possible.
sidelines, and then we go. Morse takes the
Oh,
9-16.
apologies, Lenny.
Going to add the extra point is Christopher Felix Martinez. His kick up and good. So after the point after, Morris regains the lead. They lead at 10-6 with 2:44 to go in this first half. And we'll take a quick break and be right back
Yeah, get
on the NFHS Network.
2:52 on the clock. 10-6 Morris.
This presentation
I
of the
should know
NFHS Network
scored.
is brought
I
to you
should know
by
how many
Big Ten Plus.
receptions.
Get 3 months of Big Ten Plus for only $4.99 per month. Scan the QR code or go to big10plus.com and enter NFHS when selecting a monthly pass at
The
checkout.
whole team, where we get the games, we chilling, watching the games. We're inside, we can get an Airbnb. There's so many things we could do, little creative rooms, little creative spaces. Like they do in LA. You feel me? You go to LA, it's hella creative spaces, hella rooms. Gotta build. And I'm mad at this because why the hell did the NFL have a new setup for my youth zone?
From Ethan Ismailian to Alex Smith,
Am I tripping?
Morse leads at 10-6.
I don't even know the NFL did that.
Last
I
week's
said I'm
game.
ignorant to it.
Hoover won.
So we want to protect the people who make all the money.
with
But we're not even going to protect the people who are going to make the money in the future. I'm telling you, the
They
owners
can
are
move the
so
football.
dumb.
We've seen it. Hoover can move the ball.
Niggas, man, people
between the
stupid.
25s extremely
Not too many
well.
people
They've
think.
just been shut down in the red zone.
Why won't we implement that ASAP in high school? Because they're going to be the next one. But y'all not worried about them right now. Y'all just, hey, if they make it here, hey.
Before he gets to the
Nah, I don't know
30-yard
about that,
line.
buddy.
That's number 13, Raymond
Sorry,
Nato with a hit.
you know who run the leagues?
Feeling pretty good about it. Taking some big credit for that big hit.
He took credit for it, so I'm giving him credit for
Yeah,
it. So he
about
was
it,
the one
like,
celebrating at the 30. That's where Hoover takes over now, trailing 10-6.
I heard that name before too. Who know who that
Let's see what
is?
the Cardinals do offensively. They've been pretty strong offensively between,
Oh,
like I
that's
said, between
dope.
25
That's
yard
where I
lines.
heard that
Once they get
from.
into the
Come
red
on.
zone, they have
Come
struggled.
on. Blessings, connections.
Now three
There's
really
only
nice looking
football
drives.
talk.
Only one score so far. We'll see if they can do something.
2 to the
Under
right.
3
Oh,
minutes
they
to
went.
go.
Okay, they went
Pass
trips.
and a big hit. Oh my goodness.
Good
That
deep
play
boy.
was blown up by
So I'm talking about.
Rashad Laban.
Yeah, because there's only so much.
Rashad Laban.
I'll go back. I want to break that play down. I'm sorry.
Contreras to keep hold of that ball. That was a big hit.
Contreras never saw
When
him
Trimp's
coming
right,
in the
too
close
deep,
speed.
out route.
Laban is
That's
amazing.
all day. I didn't get to see the
Great
defense
play
that
on
was
the
in.
pass breakup.
There we go,
Stops
2-4.
at 2:38
Good hit.
out, but creates a second
You're
and
gonna
10.
you're gonna be in the
That's actually a
paper
picture
tomorrow,
of
buddy.
perfect secondary work.
That's one of those go back to the huddle.
Remember your name on the paper, even something small. Love your sports newspaper. Come on, and draft the Travis Center. What are you talking about? I'm really working on this 6 degrees of separation paper.
Throwing short and incomplete. Being chased by number 19 for Morse.
Good decision.
Easter.
And Easter made that play because he skated down the sideline instead of trying to go straight to the quarter.
Dalla was crossing, but he was well covered, and Morse drags the quarterback down.
The sack.
That's
Remember was
Mackay
that
Tolliver who makes the quarterback sack.
Mackay
Wow,
Tolliver.
this is a unique drive we haven't seen from Hoover tonight. That brings up a 4th and long after the sack, and the first sack to punt the ball away.
Here we go. We back live. I just want to catch back up. Your apologies.
2
minute drill, 2 minutes left. 4th and 13. 10-6 Morse up on Hoover. Ball on the left side of the field.
Covered him well, and once he wasn't open, the defense got to the quarterback, and after 3 plays, the Hoover offense goes backwards 3 yards.
See you guys if Hoover about to punt the ball off, but you never know with the fakes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me call timeout here.
Here we go.
Bouncing punt.
Pick it up. Get busy. Get busy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get busy. Get busy. Get busy. I take it.
Oh, that's the first time we've really seen him in space.
I take it.
He did something special with it.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
sir. I can get. Yes, sir. I know what we can
The
do.
Kickoff return. He probably ran 80.
Kickoff return. Punt return,
all the
buddy.
way across field, and now Morse.
Yep. People don't even think about that. He really ran about 100-some yards. That's why it's tired when the kickoff return. Just a returner. We get the ball. He had to run all probably 40 yards just to go up.
But what a return.
And he probably going to pop in the next play.
Not only does he get the edge, but he just pushes defenders right off him.
I think they should start counting that, though. On the side, how many yards did you actually
For the first time tonight, we're seeing
total?
the explosiveness that this Morse offense can have. As Gare brings it all
Come on, number 0. Body language scouts is watching, homie. Not homie, that's the youth. Come on, young king. Come on, zone in.
Gare in the backfield with his quarterback. Takes the handoff.
There you go. Come on.
Still running and
Down
pounding
in.
forward to the 16-yard line.
Zone in, young king.
He refuses to be stopped.
He gonna be tired. Zone in, though. There.
3-4 yards
There you go.
on the point of attack and where he's
See what I tell him. Come on. Come on. Been here before. High school when we did Patrick King. Coach gave me about 8 times in a row.
Another handoff to Gare. Breaks
Well,
back
come
to
on.
the left side.
Come on.
Gare
Come
down
on.
inside the 5. Gare.
Come on.
Touchdown.
Come
What a
on.
run by Superior Gare.
That was a
Superior Gare. I
one-man
like that,
effort
man.
The entire way, breaking tackles,
Super.
stepping away from other defenders.
Feel me? Give him the ball. He got it.
17 yards.
16 yards.
Keep your helmet on. Is he on the field?
Short amount of time, it's already a
Oh, yeah.
16-6 more.
You got laps, buddy.
What a weapon to be able to just hand it off to your running back. with
Keep
the
your
ball.
helmet on till you get all the way off the sideline and past the 20.
Slippery running back.
You got laps, buddy. Great run, though.
Extra point.
Yeah,
Good.
great run.
Martinez with
But you got laps.
39 seconds. Wow, what a last couple of minutes. For
Right
Morris.
after the game, too.
Twice.
Win, lose, or draw.
Take a
You got
17-6
laps, buddy.
lead over Hoover.
How about him with you?
Let's hand it to the Morse defense on that last 3 and out with 2:41 to play. They forced Hoover off the field quickly, and then a big punt return by Gare from about 40 yards got them deep into Hoover territory. And
It'll be a very, very pivotal half. This next half
I don't know if that was actually the
for
plan
Hoover.
of that punt.
Like I said, I was late to the game, so I don't know who to see ball.
That Gare could catch it on
But
the-
last week they said they didn't score, so we need them to put some
Definitely
points on
showed
the
what he could
board.
do with it, but that was just
Let's
a
go, Hoover.
tremendous
Right?
effort.
I'm like I said, I'm
Managed to get
Southeast
into the end
Dago,
zone after
29th to
throwing
69th in
it.
Imperial, from 35th to
He's a special
58th
player,
in
no doubt about
University. I don't love though, real East Dago baby though. No extras. They have 35th University. They on 37. They on 39th next to Big Boo. They on 5'8" twice. You feel me, real East Dago baby. All right, no, Southeast like that. Well, let us see this. This is lovely.
You and I are starting to face some glare here.
Here comes the kickoff.
That's a live ball. Better get on it.
Come on, who right?
Cardinals have a chance to return.
Ooh, damn.
And do a decent job to get 10 yards on the return. That's Ronnie Grant, but there's only 44 seconds now left in that.
Hey,
And suddenly the Cardinals.
I know that feeling when you hit him with the accident.
I was looking at an offensive dominance.
God
so
damn,
far.
Rashad, really?
All of a sudden, the script gets flipped.
Robbie Rouse.
Offense, as they start
He's smaller than
realizing
Rashad,
the
really,
passing
and Robbie
their
Rouse.
attack has been absolutely
That's what's up, though. Out there doing his stuff.
Has been impossible to put any kind of reins on him because he is just on the air or on the ground. He is near unstoppable.
Yeah, for most of this first half, Hoover really
I need Michael Vick, Lil Vic. That's why I call him Lil Vic. Oh, with the spat, come on, he cold though. Got the swag. Yeah, we can get him somewhere. We're going to get him somewhere. The whole San Diego coaches be arguing for we all got to represent. Nice size back too. Ooh, good throw. You know what's crazy about sports, right? What was that? I said that was a 20-yard throw. People don't understand the math of the angle of him having to get it there. It's really like, and then the drop back, like a 40-yard throw. So when, especially pop on the coaches getting the game, and they think he only on a 10-yard out to a receiver. I'm like, why do you got this use? I say, why do you got this quarterback throwing 40 yards? What do you mean? Look how far he's. It's math, it's numbers, but it's levels to teaching, coaching, and knowing. That was a 6-yard catch. Look how far he threw that, though. Ooh, that means a lot. It means a lot. So that's why the field dynamics and dimensions matter so much. Because he could throw that same play and it'd be 40 yards diagonal and just do a seam or tight end. That's just insights on the game. The pure ones,
no one's really saying anything about it, so we've got 14 seconds to play.
They're a long way away from the end zone here at the 46 with only 14 seconds left. But you're right, that's valuable seconds if you're trying to score with little time remaining.
Hey, big bro, Moose, so you know the drill. Appreciate you.
Gets out of bounds after a very short game.
Yes, Sirski. You feel me? It's about my youth right now because it's bigger than me. I don't even like tackle football and flag football because I know the pain. You're telling me going to get hurt. All of them going to get hurt if they make it to the next level. So this is jokes compared to the next level because when you get to college, your brain flip. Like street people when you're going on a mission or in the army when you out there at war. Guess what? Look at it. That's warrior stuff. If it was 500 years ago, going bigger, stronger weight room, and you want to hurt him and crack him and hinder him so you can make it to the next level to feed your family. But people don't talk about that. That's why the psychology of sports is real. Football is scary. If your brain ain't never flipped when it comes to war, because you be at war in college, like high school is totally different. Ooh, there we go. So then you got somebody 250, bench 400 pounds, squat 400 pounds, run right at you to tackle you and blow you up. They really want to, like I said, want to hurt you bad, really want to kill you. I had that mindset when I'm hitting the linebackers. I want to kill, bro. Get bro out the game. Send him to the hospital. So it's the brain flip at the next level. So it's bigger than me. I gotta say, my youth. You feel me? Football cool, it's entertainment. But I want us to be entertained. So by any means to help us get to where we gotta get to. Whatever. The homie told me it's bigger than me. Just gonna leave with the youth hanging? Nah, zone in, tap in, figure something out way. If you can get all of them to go flag, that'd be amazing. If you can't, just protect the ones who going through the route that you did. You got to go to the NFL, but I still make San Diego Strikers still play pro. So I am a pro athlete, so I'm prepared and start saving at the best as I can. Hurry in today.
Our number one priority is protecting our players. That's why we're writing new rules for the sport and developing innovative educational tools to protect our athletes. This is player protection. This is high school football.
Get back to work. Get back
I
to
gotta
play.
that shot that big.
Get back
just
to active.
That inspiration, man.
At Hogue Orthopedic Institute,
tell people all the time,
we
not
get
too
you
many.
back to you.
Get that love.
Voted one
Matter
of
of fact,
the
I'm
best hospitals in the country. Hogue Orthopedic Institute
I wish it would
is
have popped up
committed
again.
to getting you back
Big
to
move
you
slide and,
as safely and quickly as possible. Because
this.
you've got things to do.
Big bro getting
Get
some
back
games on
to
my iron
you
sharper 9 and
at
positive,
Orthopedic
man.
Institute.
Damn, I want to share the screen with people. I ain't gonna do that. Southeast Dago Sports, baby. East San Diego and Southeast. So y'all see me put that Southeast Dago? That's what I'm talking about. Southeast and East Dago.
I can put my future on a guaranteed path.
I can start at a community college and finish at my dream university.
I can take a smart path to a bachelor's degree.
Save money by starting at a California community college and transferring to a guaranteed saved spot at a 4-year university. Learn about the associate degree for transfer and enroll today at icangotocollege.com.
Hey. Halftime show. Don't worry, I got us. You feel me? I got us for the halftime show. I'm gonna hit us with some San Diego history. Yes, sir. Got it to get it together. Unification. I'm gonna give a quick story though. Extras. I'm downtown messing with Coach KP, Keith Patterson, and I run into somebody say, "Hey, I seen you and Ja, love member Ja. So go and I ain't gonna try to get too inspirational. Go be you. Go be you. Let's see. We'll go see I'm paying. I ain't gonna try to get too motivational. San Diego history, though. I claim myself. Let's get it. Halftime show. Salute. You get educated. We'll be back, though.
Really bad to him because he wouldn't have done that. So I guess.
Halftime show, y'all.
I initially met Sagan Penn when I was teaching at the Jackie Robinson YMCA. At that time, I was, as I am now, teaching the Korean art, military or martial art of Taekwondo.
Turn. Now what's pointing at you? My what? Rear, sir. My butt. Pop him with it.
In his training, he learned to defend himself against singular as well as multiple attackers. Much of the time in fighting in class, he would fight as many as 5 individuals at
Still
one
have
time.
time, y'all. Got y'all.
He also learned to take individuals on who were armed
the
with
game still
knives,
going on. Don't
chains,
just
sticks,
giving y'all some
clubs,
entertainment.
you name it,
some
various
history. Got my
kinds
work
of weapons.
work on this documentary.
And he was
Hella
very,
bad.
very adept. In fact, he also participated in tournament martial art. And he was one of the nation's top martial artists. He was indeed one of the consistent winners on a national basis and on a state level basis in literally every single contest he entered.
If I'm standing here, it allows me, quick moment, here. Pacho! Pacho! Okay?
And when he made the decision to take a life based on his own personal interpretation that his life was in danger, he was of the impression that he had to do what he did to save his life. Had nothing to do with pride, had nothing to do with anything except survival.
Yeah.
Oh,
no. You just do things like that. You don't do things like that, you know. He never been in no trouble. So he's always good, peaceful, never getting in no fights or anything like that.
The suspect and his grandfather came in, and his grandfather said that his grandson wanted to turn himself in.
Did he say for what?
He just said that he had shot an officer.
At this point, I don't see that who threw the first blow or how the thing started is really that important. The events occurred, the officers were shot, the civilian was shot, and the man turned himself in a short time later.
I believe that every person should have a right to a fair trial. It is not my place to make judgments. The police department investigated this situation. The district attorney charged the man with murder.
And what is your plea? Not guilty, sir.
That's me.
You have a right to file
Feel
within
me?
60 days of the time that the information was filed. You waive that time?
Yes, sir.
Daddy, my daddy, do you ever get scared? Why do people want to hurt you when you go out there? Well, little darling, he said, God's watching me, and I'll always be careful. I promise you'll see.
None of us will ever forget the 9 times that this has happened in the last 10 years, or the men and women who have given their lives to support the people of this community and to uphold the laws of our city, our state, and our country.
I think it's a pretty big struggle because the people of my generation do not sympathize too much with Mr. Penn because they don't understand. They don't understand the situation. But I try to.
I could see by this case because I knew Sagan personally, and I knew he wasn't a person, evil that just go off on somebody. So I know they must have done something really bad to him because he wouldn't have done that. So I guess, it's doing the right thing by everybody coming out here and supporting him because he was a good person and he got done wrong.
I personally want to thank everybody for being here and for showing support, not just for the Riggs family, but for the families of all of the officers who have given their lives in the line of duty.
How about the people in the neighborhood? Aren't they important too, Chief Callender?
I hope you're the people in the neighborhood. I don't know what he's talking about.
I can ask a question. I'm concerned.
Anyway, one heckler out of several hundred, no biggie.
Can I smell his breath? I can just drink it.
Hey, why don't you film something else? Go on.
We hope that we will all come together and find out what can we do to mend these differences. Does the color of your skin has to make a difference whether or not you're human? Does the color of your skin designate pain or love? Does the color of your skin means I'm better than you or less than you, regardless of what happened? These vigils are being held all over right now. I mean, I understand that they're having one at 7, and they're in mourning for the son that's dead. I'm in mourning for mine that's being killed, or almost killed.
This is the verdict with regard to count 1, the charge of first-degree murder. The verdict reads, we, the jury, in the above entitled cause, find the defendant, Sagan Penn, not guilty of the crime of first-degree murder. It's one of those cases that
We
should
still
be
on
retried,
halftime,
and
y'all.
we've made
Appreciate
decision
y'all
based upon
who's standing here getting
what
this
we
good
think
San
is
Diego
a
history.
prosecutable case. We're going to have a different jury, and I think that'll make a big difference.
Today, the Sagan Penn Defense Committee is presenting petitions to the District Attorney's Office demanding that all charges against Sagan Penn be dropped immediately. Getting these signatures was extremely easy. All we had to do was ask. In fact, people thanked us for giving them the opportunity to sign the petition and to express their opposition to the retrial of Sagan Penn.
Now, when you have a case like Sagan Penn, a case of a black man who killed a police officer in San Diego, who was acquitted by a jury of
Y'all hear that?
first-degree murder.
San Diego.
It's too incredible to allow a black man to get away with the
incredible.
murder of a police officer, so he must be retried, even though in the first trial the verdict was 11-1 for acquittal on the
11 to
lesser
1.
charges.
32nd Street.
Escape. Escape. When we're headed for home from the park that day, we had no intention that the day would stay with me and the others for the rest of our lives. Because what happened that day just wasn't right. Because me, Ricky, don't got a big surprise.
Who is
When all
this?
we
This
really
is somebody's
wanted was
daddy.
such a ride. Was this
Oh,
meant
look,
to
I
be,
just
or was
thought
it
about
just
that.
bad
Somebody
luck?
daddy,
Was
uncle.
Rick and I witnessed on the back of a truck. Because when they pull a pin over and that's his ID, the rest of that story is history. Escape. Escape. Escape.
So that proved we're just a band group, you know. We're just a rap group, singing group, or whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it. And I guess because they saw, because Ricky had a jacket on that
Right.
said the Mighty Key Gang on the back of the truck, the time of the incident happened, that was why they said gang.
They probably
The
just
reason
seen
they said gang is because they saw a lot of black young kids, and that's why they said
and probably
gang.
seen just letters on the back of my
jacket.
jacket because gang is like this.
Apologies as y'all seen the players are on the field. It's almost game time again. Yes, sir. I'm gonna get it going. Right when they line up. Let's get back to the San Diego history though.
Indicate crib. They told us to get off the truck, you know. So one of the
Allow a black man to get away with the murder of a police officer, so he
Watch
must
this
be
Southeast San
retried,
Diego.
even though
They still
in the
got these
first
files. I
trial
hope you guys know.
the
I got
verdict was
cabinet.
11-1 for
Cabinets. So I'm
acquittal
studying law.
on the lesser
I
charges.
want to know law to be judged right through my people.
Escape. Escape. When we're headed for home from the Rick store.
It's a band, and because Rick happened.
The truck shirt, gang type hat. Those are colors and type of hat.
Information.
Gang type.
And then you could go with all this information and see the similarities, and you compare, you could trash, and you aim and say, okay, well, this person, this is how they get the data. This is how they do the projections.
Type hat and colors hat on, and an individual in the bed of the truck. He had a black golf type hat on and a black shirt.
Does that mean anything to you as any relationship to any gang?
Those are colors and type of hat as a gang type hat, and the colors indicate crib.
They told us to get off the truck, you know. So one of the cops, which one it was, I don't
Gang
know, asked us to get off the truck.
Hat.
And I said, okay. So everybody jumped off, you know. And I remember one of
Sad.
them walking up to Sagan asking for his ID.
He held out his wallet.
And what did you do when he held out his wallet?
I said that I couldn't take his wallet, that I needed to see his driver's license.
What did he do?
He said something similar to the license is in the wallet.
What did you say?
I said I can't take the wallet, I need to see your driver's license.
I'm gonna end it here. Players on the field.
I
We're
think
gonna
I
chill out.
requested it again for the license.
Nah, we're gonna wait till the game.
Then he turned around and started to walk away.
Sagan looked like he got frustrated with them questioning him to the extent kept, he just wanted, here's the ID. I'm not a crook, take my ID. It's not like I committed a murder or something, And then all of a sudden,
energy, huh? Take my
he
whole
turned
wallet,
in frustration and they pulled him back around. I mean, Jacobs, not they. Jacobs twirled him around and Sagan backed up. All of a sudden, sticks began to swinging and flowing.
Well, on Sunday afternoon, I was watching TV. My girl looked out the window. Now, what did she see? She saw two officers, the Sagan Penn, and a truckload of the rest of my friends. She said, hey, look, baby, something just ain't right. Those two officers and their brother go fight. Then Penn turned away in his frustration, trying to avoid the situation. The two officers, they reacted quick and didn't hesitate to use the stick because they was beating them down.
Sagan wasn't saying nothing, but why was they beating him up?
Dang,
And he
she's
was holding
probably
his
like,
hands like this.
Mhm.
Asking him why was they beating him
like
up?
45 now.
For no reason.
You were on top of Mr. Penn, and that they heard you say while you were on top of Mr. Penn, striking him with your fists.
We'll get back to this later. Yes, Sirski.
In the second half.
Game time, y'all.
And Hoover has stretched the field. They've gone
I'll
down.
chill out for a little bit. Let y'all enjoy. I'll probably bounce back in fourth quarter. Enjoy the game. Dang, let's see, man. I get some donations. I mean, can I get some donations? Cash App, Apple Pay, PayPal, Chime, something. Y'all know I have to pay for this buying trip. It's for the community. I let dope. Yes, Sirski. I actually want to come out, and I want to. I am at the top of the year. I love your sports nonprofit for sports. And guess what? Fishing is a sport. Shooting is a sport. It's more than football.
Hoover had the first possession of the first half, so Hoover kicks off.
See y'all in the fourth quarter.
Again, the second half. We're almost ready to start here in this third quarter of this Define Championship game. Happy to be able to bring it to you, Kerry Garnett, along with T.C. Wardell at Southwestern College on the NFHS network, powered by SoCal Productions. Start of the third quarter. Hoover's kicker is Osmar Cabreras. Osmar Cabreras will kick it off.
Actually, I think Rojas. They're going to move Rojas as a kickoff man.
Okay, there we go.
So this opening drive by Morse, my Morse is going to be really interesting because if they can find a way to move downfield and score, I think that's going to make this very difficult for Hoover to get back in this ball game.
Onside kick attempt, and the ball's bouncing free. They throw the penalty flag. Hoover had a real chance at that onside kick, but they're going to say somebody was offside.
That was a good-looking onside kick. But as you mentioned, partner, I think somebody may have jumped over the line just a little early.
And with Alex Rojas coming out, as you mentioned, to kick off, maybe that was a sign that they were going to do something different, and they did. Boy, they had a real shot at that one. That's too bad for the penalty.
Well, Morse is ready for it now. You're going to put 6 up, and then the backs moved up another 10 yards. I think they're going to keep one man back just in case, but they're almost expecting another onside kick here.
I believe you pointed it out. That's the first penalty of the night for Hoover, I believe. They have not been penalized until just now. We'll try again from the 35-yard line. The very dangerous Superior Gare staring back from the 20-yard line.
I'll kick the ball out of bounds before I kick it to number 0.
Very dangerous when he has his hands on the ball. Alex Rojas, the left footer, kicks another onside kick. And it's Morris fielding it cleanly. Let's see who gets up with it, and that's number 24. Rashad Laban, who's had a good game already.
So now not only do they get the ball to open the second quarter, they get a short field to work with at the 47-yard line of Hoover.
Well, it's a pick your poison a little bit to kick it deep to Superior Gare or try the onside kick. So they tried 2 straight onside kicks instead of kicking it to Gare. And it's first down Morse at the 47.
Important opening drive of this half for Morse. a score here makes it a really tough hill to climb for this Hoover football team.
Hand off to Gare around the left side. Well blocked by the Cardinals. It's out 5 yards until he's tackled there.
Still got yardage, even though Hoover put about 8 guys in the box. Brought more guys than they could block. He's still able to pick up 5 yards on the play. And Morse will be happy with that kind of offensive production on this drive.
2nd and 5 from the 42. Get their fullback back in the backfield. Fritz Gramalinda again, blocking for Gare and makes a nice block. Gare gets to the corner. Gare is up the sideline trying to stay in bounds. He does for the touchdown. Wow. Superior Gare somehow stays in bounds and scores from 42 yards out.
Well, just like that, Gare gets a great kick-out block from Gamalinda as fullback. And he's able to get to the edge and tiptoes down the near sideline. And once he's open field, it's going to be tough to catch him. And Gare with another score, his 32nd of the season. And already now we got a 23-6 Morse lead, and Hoover looking at a big mountain to climb.
Yeah, that's the explosiveness we saw towards the end of the first half on a punt return. This time on just a play around the left side, well blocked by Morse, and a 42-yard score. Extra point up, extra point good. With 11:14 to go in the third quarter, Morse has stretched the lead out to 24-6 over Hoover. We'll keep it right here for right now.
Well,
that was not exactly what Hoover needed to see from Morse to just immediately jump on him with a touchdown.
Yeah, we talked about how kind of statement you want to make coming out in the second half of play, and that was about as big a statement as you can make on 2 plays to get into the end zone and extend the lead to 24-6. Now it's going to be up to Hoover to figure this out. Not only is their offense going to have to generate some points, their defense is going to have to really tighten up because they cannot let Gare run wild like this.
When you think about the compression of these scores, Morse scored its first touchdown with less than 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, in the first half. And then they scored another touchdown with under a minute to go. And now less than a minute into the third quarter. So think about that. That's only a clock time of 3.5 minutes. They've scored 3 touchdowns.
It's called confidence and momentum. And right now they're feeling both right now.
This is something the Tigers have done all night, the fake onside kick. Might be just fine with kicking it downfield, leading now by 18 points. And this is the deepest kick of the night. Ronnie Grant takes it at his 14-yard line, looking for a big play. Tries to get past the corner, but tripped up. Really nice play in the open field by Trayshawn McNair.
Big play because he had a lot of real estate in front of him if McNair hadn't got him to the edge. So it's Hoover's turn to see if they can answer on their first possession.
All night looking for a big play, and they just saw Morse with a big play, and that's what they need on offense to try to keep this thing close. They're down 18 now, and they get the ball for the first time in the second half at their 33. Pass play out to Christian Tuipulotu. 8 yards on first down.
It's a good start. What you want to do, get a little momentum on your opening play, make it a more manageable second down. But like you said, the Morse is making these big explosive plays, and Hoover's going to need to find a way to do the same offensively.
Can they get a few chunk plays downfield? That's what they're looking for. Here's another short pass. Tuipulotu again catches it and gets out of bounds after a first down.
Picks up the 5 yards needed for a first, moves the chains. And that's how the Hoover offense has been operating pretty much this evening. They can move the football. They just got to get over the goal line.
Find a way to score when you get down close. So they're at the 45. Immediately get a first down on this drive. Other pass to the corner. Same thing. The out pattern to Tuipulotu.
Another 5 yard piece on the pass. He's getting good protection on these short patterns as Emmanuel's not keeping his jersey pretty clean on these drives.
3 straight pass plays to Tuipulotu. Christian, second down and about 5.
And that's forcing a safety deep now. Morse has got someone off the ball by about 15 yards for the first time tonight.
downfield now, keeping it and running it. That's Manuel. Ooh, big hit, but he stays on his feet somehow. Was that Scarville?
It was.
Who came up to make the hit. Manuel somehow bounces off and is just short of a first down.
Well, that looked like almost a helmet-to-helmet collision. I don't think Scarville meant that to be that way, but well, that was a hit. But Abel was talking about strength and keeping your head together. Is Emmanuel off to the hit and going making another couple of yards to get close to a first down.
3rd down and 1 after the quarterback run. Timeout on the field. Timeout Morse. They want to talk about it.
Wow, that's burning a timeout early. I get the lead at 24-6, but that's an early time to burn a timeout on 3rd and 1. But
we'll also take a quick timeout and be right back here with more live action on the NFHS Network.
The Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, 48 years strong. Now it's time for the Ford F-150 PowerBoost Hybrid 4x4. With an estimated driving range of around 700 miles and the muscle to tow up to 11,200 pounds. It's tough, it's fuel efficient, it's a hybrid that gets the job done. Get the Ford F-150 PowerBoost Hybrid with 0.9% APR financing and start saving at the pump. Hurry in today.
After the Morse Tigers timeout, we're back to live action. 3rd down and 1. Hoover has it at the 46-yard line of Morse. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Manuel looking to throw. Throws it back shoulder, but the receiver's not looking for it. And a penalty flag comes down anyway.
Late flag on that. And you're right, Kerry. It was a back shoulder throw, but I don't think Tuipulotu was looking for a back shoulder pass. And it was well covered on the play. There could be pass interference. This is a kind of a dicey call against the secondary.
Pass interference against Morse. 15-yard penalty will make it a first down for Hoover. They'll take the ball to the 31-yard line.
Wasn't the cornerback's fault. I mean, back shoulder pass, receiver went inside, he went with the receiver, and I don't know. It's just a tough call when you're on an island like that as a defensive back.
Official called it a penalty against the Tigers, 15 yards. Morse sets up first down at the 31. Manuel looks to throw again, gets pressured, gets out of it, tries to get to the sidelines and does for a gain of close to 5 yards, chased down by Scarville. Good pressure on the quarterback that time.
Again by William Easter, who's been giving Manuel fits all game long. He's able to get out of Easter's grasp and pick up about 3 yards on the play off the scramble.
And Easter's making those rushes coming from a linebacker position.
They're bringing 5, or they're doing a delayed blitz with a linebacker. And actually, I believe Hoover's been picking it up fairly well tonight. But Easter finds his way in.
2nd down and 7. Pass broken up. Outstanding defense from Trayshawn McNair.
Oh, he's going to make his daddy proud after that pass breakup.
You can see why he's done so well on defense this year. If that ball had stayed on the air a little longer, he could have had another interception. But breaks it up for an incomplete pass and brings up 3rd and 7 for Hoover.
And this will be an interesting play call for Hoover. And you've seen Morse change their defense coming out in the second half. They're going with a single high safety instead of 2 shallow free safeties. And they're going more man-to-man here.
Back to throw as Manuel throws across the middle, has a receiver, goes up and makes the catch, stretches for the goal line. Touchdown! Christian Tuipulotu goes up high and makes the play, and there's the big play that Hoover has been looking for.
Unbelievable effort on Tuipulotu's part. That was like an amazing grab. Let's give it to Emmanuel for the throw. But what a catch by Tuipulotu. He was stopped about 3 yards short of the goal line, somehow fought his way forward and extended over the end zone for a score. And that's exactly how Hoover needed to answer on their opening drive of the second half.
And trailing by 12, they line up to go for 2. It's 24-12 now. Give credit to Manuel for putting the ball in a great spot, too, for that touchdown. Manuel has it still, looking to throw back, and it's 2 points for Hoover. They complete the 2-point conversion. Tuipulotu did it all on that drive, scoring the touchdown reception and getting the 2-point conversion. So after the 2-pointer, it's now Morse 24 and Hoover 14.
I would run that play in the middle of the field. I love the play, the faking the jet sweep to one side, get all the influence blocking going to one way, and throwing back to your tight wideout who sneaks out into the flat. That was just outstanding execution by Hoover on the 2-point conversion.
With 9:13 to go here in the third quarter, it is Morse 24-14 now. So Hoover responds with a touchdown drive of their own when they absolutely needed it. It's a 10-point difference now. And once again, it'll be a guessing game as to what the Cardinals will do with the kickoff.
Yeah. And it's the same man coming out, Axel Rojas, who's teeing it up. So Hoover answers with their own play. I've got it at 32 yards. I may be off on that on the touchdown pass. But that's exactly what Hoover needed to do. They now trail by 2 scores, 24-14.
Axel Rojas has tried 2 onside kicks in this half. Let's see if they do it again.
Sure.
It's a bouncer this time, a little bit deeper.
It's a live ball.
I'm going to make it a little bit more difficult for Gare, and he's wrapped up at the 25-yard line. Not a lot of room to run that time.
Yeah, tough to bring him down. That's actually an effective play, keeping that ball low and slow.
Yeah, once you get past those up men and balls just bounding for that long, gives the Hoover Cardinals a chance to get down there and make a play.
Right on.
And they do. They set up Morse at the 24-yard line. Now we'll see what the Tigers do, leading by 10. Still a lot of ball game left to play.
Yeah, now really incumbent on this Hoover defense not to allow those big chunk plays that Morse has been pulling up here in all game long, specifically watching number 0.
Gare takes the handoff and goes around the left side, showing that speed to get to the corner. Wow, he's just so quick to that corner and picks up 10 yards before Abdallah was able to push him out of bounds.
So he had 2 straight arms on that play. It was pretty amazing how he's perfected that move and pushing defenders away from him.
Give him another 11 yards on the ground. He's really racking up the yardage, especially over these last few drives. And it's first down for Morse at the 35.
Yeah, 58 yards on his last 3 carries. So after all, he carried in the first half and well over 100 yards tonight.
First and 10 from the 35. Gare has it again. And his fullback is really doing a nice job lead blocking, and that's a gain of 8.
Yeah, I'm with you. Gamalinda actually who popped the block for him on that 42-yard touchdown run in their last possession. He's just kind of doing the dirty work. You know, he's I'm not going to get the ball much tonight, but I'm just going to lead for my running back and try to give him some avenues to run.
The senior fullback. We don't see a lot of fullbacks in high school football these days. Everybody's running the spread offense. But that 5'6", getting the most out of that 5'6", 170-pound frame and creating some space for his running back.
He's a jackhammer, no doubt about it. And he's not afraid to put his helmet down.
After the gain of 8, it's 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line. Clock is at 8:15 here in the third quarter. Another handoff to Garrett, big yardage up the middle. Well blocked again by Morse. Another first down into Hoover territory at the 45.
Yeah, they're really getting off the line of scrimmage and pushing that Hoover defensive front back to the point. You can see frustration on the part of Angelo Punifu, the long snapper, which is good to see that he's back. But a timeout on the field.
Yeah, Hoover calls this one. They're just getting mauled right now on the line. Call the timeout, and we'll take a break ourselves, and we'll be right back with more live action on the NFHS Network.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Big Ten Plus. Get 3 months of Big Ten Plus for only $4.99 per month. Scan the QR code or go to big10plus.com and enter NFHS when selecting a monthly pass at checkout.
After Hoover's timeout, we come back for a first down play. Morse is on the move again, marching to the 46-yard line of the Cardinals. Behind the running of Superior Gare, number 0.
8 in the box for Hoover.
Trying to make a play, but they can't seem to find a way to bring down Superior Gare. He picks up another huge yardage, 12 yards on 13 yards on that play.
And that's the problem with putting 8 in the box against someone like Garrett Went, because if he gets by that first wave, there are very few people out there to tackle him. And he's tough enough to bring down with 2 players. And when there's no one there, it's free, it's basically giving him a free reign all over the field. And he's just having an amazing night tonight.
The timing is really, really good between, offensive line and running back. He hits the hole just at the right moment. That was a 12-yard gain. First down again, this time trying to get through just inside the tackle, still gains 5 yards on that play. Even when it looks like Hoover has him defensed, he still finds a way to get 5 yards.
He's really good at sliding away from initial contact and then finding ways to get extra yardage. He's strong. We know he's strong and he can push off defenders, but he's got great feet and good vision. I mean, for someone for that age to be that good, he's going to be beyond Delaware State. I know his size is always a consideration, but there's got to be a lot of schools interested in him, especially after tonight's performance.
And he's shown a nice combination of just power, being able to run through people and through tackles, and also speed to get to the corner when he needs to. Really a talented running back, and he's behind his quarterback again. On this second down play, fake to Gare, looking to throw, looking to the back of the end zone as a man, and it's caught for the touchdown.
Wow.
That is number 4, DeVille Green. Got behind the defense for the score.
He was my X factor tonight, getting the ball in the air and keeping it off the ground. And Green, who had a great game in the semifinal, picks up a huge play, gets behind the secondary as the safeties moved up. When they saw the quarterback roll, they thought, well, we're going to move up with him. And Green able to get behind them and makes a great catch after a great pass. And now, again, another 3-score game for Morse, making Hoover's job that much harder.
Give credit to Ismailian, who put it in the right spot. This extra point is pulled to the left. That one misses. But after the 28-yard touchdown pass from Ethan Ismailian to DeVille Green, Morris has now pushed their lead to 30-14. And we'll take a quick break and be right back with more live action on the NFHS Network. Morse getting ready to kick off after the 28-yard touchdown reception to DeVille Green makes it 30-14 in this D5 championship. Kick goes to the left of the returner, who takes it at the 8-yard line. That's Ronnie Grant, nowhere to go. Outstanding coverage on that kick by Morse. And the man making the tackle is down on the play. Trying to see the number. Couldn't tell if that was Diaz or Walker, 22 or 23.
It's actually a perfect kick. If you're going to kick it short like that, you want to kick it into a corner to give your coverage team an opportunity to close in. And they did a good job there, keeping the ball back to the 16-yard line.
That was the best coverage of the night on a kick to the 16. It is number 22. It's Gael Diaz, I should say. Gael Diaz walks off now in his own power.
Good sign. Good player, too.
Always happy
Key
to see
defensive
that.
player.
Freshman made the tackle, and now he's holding that right wrist a little bit, but he's going off the field and on his own. 6:19 to go. Hoover now has it again at their 16-yard line, 84 yards away from a score, trailing now by 16.
You know, this is an outstanding Morse team. It's so young as well. Now, they do lose Guerra for next year, and they'll have to find someone to replace him, but this is a talented team with a lot of kids coming back next season.
Yeah, in the running back room, Alex Smith and Gare, both seniors from Morse.
So some definitely repair there as well for the next season, but still a good core coming back.
Here's Hoover from their own 16-yard line, looking to go deep this time. As a receiver, a little bit overthrown. Just a little bit too much underneath that one from trying to find Abdul Abdallah. That ball was overthrown by a good 5 yards. Definitely showing off the arm.
55-yard throw from where he stood. That's a heck of an arm, and it wasn't that far off his intended receiver.
Haven't quite been able to make those huge plays. They did get a 28-yard touchdown on their last drive, but nothing beyond that. Nothing beyond 30, 40, 50-yard plays tonight.
They can keep it the short intermediate area for Emmanuel. You don't have to go deep, you know, and look for big plays. You can let your receivers run with the football after the easy catches.
Brings up a 2nd and 10 from the 16. Emmanuel looking right, no receivers to the right. Now comes back the other way. Gets some yardage, a couple of yards before he's dragged down. Another good defensive play by William Easter. He's all over the place.
Impressed how Emmanuel was able to scramble out of all of that, but he should have thrown the ball away more than likely in that one if he couldn't find a receiver. Spent a lot of time running on that play. Could have easily been a sack.
Gain of just about 1 yard. They give it to him to the 17, 3rd and 9. Well, Hoover almost needs to score on every possession at this point because we're 5:33 to go in the 3rd.
And the defense needs to make some stops.
Defense needs some time off the field
Yeah.
as well. That's another point. 3rd and 9. 4 receivers to the left of Manuel. Need to get to the 26-yard line. Here's the receiver screen thrown high and incomplete. Just threw it over the head of his receiver.
Probably the worst pass he's made tonight, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it was Christian Tuipulotu who was coming in, but he came in a little farther than I think Manuel expected, and the ball went high.
So 3 and out for Hoover, and that is not what they need with a Morse offense that is in full gear right now.
Now 3 plays just gained 1 yard. It's 4th and 9. Once again, Superior Gare goes back and potentially receive a punt. He's standing at the 45-yard line of Hoover. Now he's backing up a little bit, but right at midfield.
Don't kick him the football.
Might be a good call.
Angle it out of bounds.
They do angle it, trying to get it away from Gare. He's able to pick it up at a hop at the 45 and gets upfield. Here comes Gare. Superior Gare in the open field. He breaks through another arm tackle. Superior Gare, stiff arm into the end zone. Touchdown. 55 yards. Another punt return touchdown for Superior Gare.
Did we not just say kick the ball away and out of bounds from Gare? That was the beautiful run, navigating through the coverage unit, cutting back inside and then back out, getting some good blocking from his unit as well. And now the hill gets even that much higher for Hoover in the 36-14 lead for the Tigers.
What a scary sight that must be. Superior Gare getting up to full speed and coming at you, and you got to try to make an open field tackle. It just didn't happen.
Like you said, he's one special player.
36-14, Morse stretches the lead out to 22, pending the extra point from Christian Felix Martinez. High snap, and might as well try to get 2 points out of this. And it looks like they do get the 2-point conversion. Trayshawn McNair, the holder, somehow gets to the corner of the end zone, and that's 2 more points for Morse.
So a bad snap, which would typically just disrupt your extra point attempt, McNair says, no problem. I'm going to pick it up and I'll just roll off to the right side and find a way into the end zone for 2 points. And add injury to insult here at 38-14 Morse lead, and Hoover without any answer right now.
With the lead at 24 now for Morse, they go back to kickoff one more time to Hoover. This has turned into a little bit of a track meet here in the late part of the first half and the first part of the second half, and Morse has been running away with it so far.
Hoover's been on the wrong side of those races. As Guerra's been unbelievable tonight. And offense, defense, special teams, he's kind of done it all.
Scored his first touchdown just before the end of the half, and now he's scored 2 more here in the second half. Morse leads it with 4:56 to go in the third quarter, 38-14 now.
Starting to turn into a bit of a rout here for Morse.
This ball goes back to the 12-yard line, this time returned by Abdallah. He is met at the 30. Finds a way to get forward to the 32. That's number 33, I believe, for Morse, making a big hit there, Jaden Buchanan.
And just a sophomore defensive lineman they have at 5'11", 190. So special teams units looking good for Morse so far. And got to believe the Tigers are feeling pretty good right now with a 38-14 lead.
Well, when you run down on a kickoff and make a big hit, that's how you can get the coach's attention, too. Hoover now trails it by 24 at their own 32-yard line to start this drive. We talked about Hoover needing some big plays. It's been Morse that have had the big plays so far here in the third quarter.
They're going to need to find someone else besides Tuipulotu to get the ball to.
No running back in the backfield this time. And flag comes out. One of the linemen leaned back right before the snap. That's a penalty against Hoover.
That's a concentration penalty. They're falling behind on this one, and you're starting to see that momentum fall out of the line of Hoover, and they're starting to feel a little bit of desperation here.
We talked about this early in the contest, TC, also that many of these Hoover players are playing on both sides of the ball. So definitely could be some fatigue happening at this point. So after the 5-yard penalty, it's 1st and 15. Quick throw this time out to Christian Tuipulotu. Tackled at the 33. That's a good open field tackle by Dominic Quintanilla made the tackle.
That's kind of their bread and butter, getting the ball out to the flat to Tuipulotu. But again, they need to get a little more creative with their offense.
That was a pass gain of 5 yards back to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Manuel once again looking to throw. Now trying to get away, throws it back to Tuipulotu, who gets first down yardage. So well done by Manuel to scramble and find his receiver.
And yeah, great job of the secondary, Easter and backfield rather. Easter had a hand on his shoulder pad, was able to get away from that and danced his way and found his open receiver, his favorite receiver, Tuipulotu. But again, you need to get someone else needs to step up for this Hoover offense to make a big play.
Definitely that's a favorite target for Emmanuel. He keeps finding number 8 out there. First down at the 47. Grant is the receiver farthest away from our camera angle. Goes to the left side. Nice catch by Noah Contreras. Tackled out of bounds after a gain of 6.
And those aren't deep passes, but they're getting yardage and getting first downs and stopping the clock, actually. 3:34, actually not, because it didn't stop the clock. It's still moving. But a 7-yard pickup on that pass. So they're staying with the flats, keeping the ball flat because Morse's secondary is playing off these 10 yards.
Clock moves at 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Hoover still with the spread formation with all receivers out, no running backs in the backfield. This time it's an out and up trying to find Christian Toibalupu.
And well covered on the play. Sorry.
No, sorry. Yeah, he was well covered. Let me get Trayshawn McNair out there again, running with the receiver up the sideline.
Yeah, really nowhere to throw on that play. He just threw it deep. Hopefully, maybe his receiver would make a big play. But he doesn't need to make those deep sideline patterns. You know, they've been successful on in the flats, the small and deep flat areas, and also should be looking down the middle of the field too. There's some windows opening up for Hoover there if they can get the receivers on crossing routes.
Yeah, their passing offense is really a sideline to sideline direction. Haven't not seen many balls go up the middle. That's a really good point. 5 receivers out, trying to find one of them. Here's the ball to the outside, but too far outside, incomplete. And that brings up a 4th down for Hoover, needing to convert pretty much every time.
Exactly.
4th and 4.
So no doubt they're going for it here. You're trailing by a good number.
Well, and the punts to
and you don't want to punt the ball away. That's what you don't want to do.
May not be an option the rest of the night.
Good point.
4th down and 4 now, needing to get to the 43-yard line of Morse for a 1st down to keep this drive going and not turn it back over to the Tigers. Again, 5 receivers out for Manuel. He keeps it. Quarterback gets the 1st down and gets more. Manuel all the way to the 30-yard line. Well done for the 1st down.
Yeah, about 14 yards on that quarterback keeper. And it's something he can do more often. You go with 5 receivers. You're spreading that secondary out, and they're only bringing 4. So there should be some room to run for Emmanuel, who already has over 1,000 yards this season.
Now, when you spread everybody out, you find a space there in the offensive line. That's what he did. Hoover needing points at the 30-yard line, trailing by 24. Not only do they need points, DC, they need points in a hurry.
Yeah, in a hurry, exactly. These drives are nice, but you got to speed this up a little bit.
Clock is really a factor now for the Cardinals. 1st down at the 30. Daniel looks to throw. This time goes to the post. And the ball is incomplete. Good defense by Morse. There to make the play. I believe that's Quentin Nila.
And Grant got a little bit of alligator arms because that ball was thrown between 2 defenders. And he had done a good job of getting between those 2 defenders, but he saw them coming. And I think hands kind of went down a little bit, trying to brace for a potential impact.
Actually, credit to Rayvon Stewart, who was back there with Gare, who is playing, again, on the defensive side as well as the offensive side. Incomplete pass, though. That time they did find at least a pattern to the post, trying to get the ball to the middle of the field, but well defended by Morse. 2nd down and 10.
Probably you want to throw that just a little bit earlier before he gets into that secondary.
Abdallah in motion in front of the quarterback. Looking for Abdallah. Finds him for a 1st down. Nice job keeping the feet in bounds. Only needed 1, but got 2 to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that's exactly what they've been doing. As you said, they've been keeping this ball sideline to sideline in the flats area, and they've been successful moving it. It doesn't move the ball fast, but it does move the football.
Well, that time they did go out of bounds to stop the clock after the 1st down. 2:03 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Hoover on the move again at the 20, and they do run the clock. So I'm not sure why they didn't call that out of bounds.
Me either. A couple times I've been questioning that.
Curious. Here's Manuel, the quarterback run up the middle. Manuel makes great yardage and gets really hit at the 5-yard line, but that's a 1st and goal. Big yardage for the quarterback before being tackled at the 5.
And we're starting to see Emmanuel use his legs a little bit more on this drive to get big yardage, because that secondary is going deep, and there's a lot of area for him to run. And his offensive line's done a good job fanning out that defensive rush, giving him some seams to run through. So I would expect him to continue that same trend for the rest of the game.
That was Gare who was there on the tackle. He runs off the field, kind of hobbled, and Coach Tracy McNair has to call timeout. They only had 10 defenders out there for the play. So it's a timeout for Morse to get things settled. But Gare was the one who was in on the tackle on the quarterback, and he was the one who kind of hobbled off the field. Hoover has a first down and goal at the 5-yard line after that quarterback run.
Well, we'll see the trailing by 24, and they've got a whole quarter to work with after this. The offense can move the ball. They're not moving it particularly quick, but they're moving it well. The key, again, is Hoover's defense. Can they stop the Morse ground attack? And so far, they have struggled in this half. But I'll tell you, it's a higher scoring game than I actually anticipated. It's kind of a lower scoring defensive slugfest. But once again, I was incorrect in my assessment in pregame. As Morse really putting the points on the board.
Well, with just a little over 6 minutes to go in the first half, this was just a 6-3 game. So it took a while for these two teams to kind of shake out some of the championship nervousness. But since then, we have had a lot of points scored. And now Hoover trying to get a little bit closer from the 5-yard line, first and goal. There's a handoff and a running play stopped after a gain of about 2. That's Tani Tuipulotu, stopped by the interior line of Morse.
He had an opportunity, though. I could see a hole opening up even wider, but the safety and linebacker just closed quickly to make sure he didn't get across the goal line.
Here's a handoff and a run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoover. Tani Tuipulotu gets it into the end zone for the score.
He has been a busy man for this Hoover offense here tonight. Earlier with a 32-yard touchdown pass in the third quarter. And now they closed the gap 38-20, but it's still a pretty big hill to climb for this Hoover offense. So they're really going to put the pressure on the Cardinal defense to get a quick stop against Morse. Give their offense the ball back as quickly as they can.
Get the touchdown with 1 minute and 2 seconds left during the third quarter. They trail by 18, so this is an obvious go for 2 to cut it to potentially a two-score game if they get to win 16. That's why you go for 2 here. Here's a pitch play in reverse pass, back to the end zone. Manuel catches it for the touchdown. How about that play?
I don't like it. I don't like it at all, to be honest with you, Gary. You're going backwards about 15 yards on a play you're starting from the 2. I like the innovation. Not a big fan of you running that play there, but what do I know? It scored. You got the 2 points, and now you're only trailing by 16. And again, like you said, two-score game now.
And I believe that was Tani Tuipulotu who threw the reverse pass to his quarterback, Manuel, for 2 points. And it does make it a 2-score game. If you keep doing that, touchdown 2-point conversion, and somehow hold this Morse offense out of the end zone, that's what Hoover is looking for in this last quarter of play.
Yeah, it was a good-looking drive, 11 plays, 68 yards, capped by that 68 yards, capped by that 3-yard touchdown run by Tuipulotu. But it's taking a lot of time. I mean, that took up almost over 4 minutes. And time is not on the side of this Hoover Cardinal team right now.
We don't do a lot of predictions. We try not to predict the next play. I'm going to make one right here. This will be an onside kick.
All right. Let's see where he gets you here. Good call.
Onside kick. Morris has it. They were ready for it.
You bet.
Almost as ready as I was. Trayshawn McNair, the Good Hands team, makes the catch, and Morris takes over in Hoover territory.
Yeah, when you have those onside kicks and you're defending it, you always put your top receivers and your best hands corners up on that front line. But now you got a short field for the Tigers, which is the last thing you want to do, and you're putting a lot of pressure on this Cardinal defense as we see Guerra back in the game.
Yeah, Spear Guerra is back out there after he left the field on a defensive play. He is the running back.
And Morse can use a lot of the time up here in this drive.
Guerra gets the handoff, and look at that move to get outside. Another move to get past tacklers. Give credit to number 4, DeVell Green, blocking for his running back. And that's another first down after a gain of 11.
Yeah. That was a great seal block by Green, that took that corner away and gave Garrison a few extra yards on that play. Good blocking all around on that left side of that Morse offensive line.
Time ticking down in the third quarter. We're at 40 seconds to go. Morse has the first down at the 34. They lead it by 16, 38-22.
The Tiger offense is in no hurry. They want to chew up as much time as they possibly can.
Another handoff. This time it's to Alex Smith, who gives Gare a breather. Gets close to 4 yards on first down.
Smith not getting a lot of touches tonight, but the ones he does, he's been been extremely productive.
The end of the third quarter now. The time is at 0 as Morse takes a 38-22 lead to the fourth quarter. And we'll have that fourth quarter for you right after this on the NFHS Network.
The Ford F-150, a workhorse with the power to take on anything. From California's best-selling truck brand. Now you can lease the Ford F-150 STX for only $359 a month. Just $359. Hurry in today.
This is heart. This is pride. This is community. This is high school football.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Move to the fourth quarter here at Southwestern College. Morse, second down play from the 31-yard line. Ooh, big hit on Alex Smith by, that's number 51. Called his name a lot tonight, Angelo Panufu.
Yeah, he's been a busy man. That was one of probably the best play against Garrett tonight where we've seen.
No gain on the play, or very little gain. It's 3rd and 5 from just inside the 30-yard line. And that's what Hoover needs. They need some kind of defensive stop, something to get the ball back to their offense. Now we've moved into the fourth quarter, and they trail it by 16.
This is a big third down, and Hoover has an opportunity here. They can get a stop.
Whistles blow, and it's Morse calling another timeout.
And that they're going to burn their last timeout of the half.
Something that Coach McNair didn't like there on that third down play. Calls timeout, because if Hoover is able to make a stop here, there's enough time for them in a two-score game. Granted, they got to score twice and get two-point conversions. But in a two-score game, in these championship games, we've seen it before. These games can turn on a play, and then suddenly the team that didn't have the momentum, they have all the momentum. And that's what Hoover's trying to do here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and I think Morse here, we're in a spot here where they would actually go for it on fourth down if they didn't get the first down here. Not that they don't have a kicker who can convert, but I think they would actually try to take the heart out of Hoover by trying to convert on fourth down. But here's a big third down for the Hoover defense. Starts here.
Yeah, if you're going to stop them on on this possession, or at least on this set of downs, you have to stop them on third and fourth down. So here's the third down play, 3rd and 5 after the timeout. Fake the handoff, going up the middle, and ooh, that might have been the chance for Hoover to pick one off. That ball was thrown up for grabs somewhat. Well defended back there. Ronnie Grant was back there among two other defenders. They were trying to, it looks like they were trying to take a shot there on 3rd and 5.
I can't tell who the receiver was. Again, the lighting has gotten a little worse here at the stadium. Whoever it was got behind the secondary. I almost thought that ball was going to be completed, but it falls incomplete. And now here comes that fourth down we were talking about.
I'm not sure who the receiver. It might have been Green going upfield there because Gare was in the backfield. Either way, here's a chance for Hoover if they can make a stop on 4th down. Really big play.
Keep an eye on Gare. He's flanked out to the left.
Yep, Gare lines up as a slot receiver on this 4th down play. Quarterback trying to run it for himself, and he gets outside and gets the first down, dives forward. Let's see if the official said maybe he stepped out before the marker. The official is marking it short. The official saying he didn't get it.
Credit the Hoover defense, especially the secondary, not giving Ismailian anyone to throw to, and Ismailian had to run for his life. And under great pressure, had to step out of bounds before he could get to the sticks. And that turns the ball over on downs. First time Morse has turned the ball over on downs, and now an opportunity for Hoover to get this football back downfield and another score.
Absolutely. I know Ismailian believed that he had dived past the sticks to get the first down, but the official said no, just short. And that is the stop that Hoover's been looking for. And now they have the ball back, trailing by 16. Just under 11 minutes to go in the ball game. First down at their own 26.
They're going to need a drive. This needs to be a faster drive than the last one.
Quarterback keeper gets to the sideline, stops the clock after a 5-yard gain.
It does stop.
There we go.
Flag on the play too.
I told. Oh man, let me turn the lights on, man. Excuse me.
You look at the linemen for the Cardinals, and they are tired. I mean, a lot of them have been playing defensive line tonight as well.
The referee, Scott Carroll, makes the indication. Holding against Hoover. There haven't been many holding calls tonight.
Nope.
That one cost them 10 yards on a play that gained 5, and the holding is from the spot of the foul. That's a costly penalty on first down.
Well, here's the fatigue factor falling in now. Players going both ways, and it's into the fourth quarter, and legs are starting to get heavy. Mind's not quite as sharp sometimes because you are tired. There's going to be some mistakes.
First down and 20, all the way back to the 17-yard line. Manuel scrambling and pulled down. That time the pressure got to him. And the sack. That's number 24 again. Rashad Laban. That's a huge sack on the play inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and Hoover's going backwards right now. And the ball all the way back to their own 7-yard line. It's going to be 3.5 mile for the Cardinals here.
Yeah, we're going the absolute opposite direction of where they wanted to after finally getting a defensive stop. And here they are, backed up inside their own 10 with a third down. Scoreboard says 29 to go.
It looks a lot further than that, but okay.
And a timeout. Hoover, I believe, wants to talk it over.
Yeah, I don't think they have a 3rd and 29 play in their playbook. So you might want to get half of it now and try to get half on 4th.
No, actually, that was the official just stopping the play for just a moment, and we're going to be back to the third down here. It was not a Hoover timeout. The third down play continues. Looking for a big play on 3rd and long. The screen up the middle, well defensed by Morse. That gains maybe 5 yards on 3rd and 29.
Well, by running that play, they pretty much conceded this drive. And we'll just give our punter a little more room unless they're going to go for it here.
Scarville and also Tolliver in on the play.
Not sure why you would run that play. If you had no intention of punting on 4th, then that's probably an interesting play call right there.
You know what? I believe the official was noting that last play was 2nd down, not 3rd down.
You're right.
Now they're saying it's 3rd down.
Gotcha. Changes the mindset altogether. I get you.
Manuel handles the snap, trying to find someone downfield, throws it complete to Abdallah, get some of the yardage back, but it'll still be a 4th and more than 10.
Yeah, maybe 10 on that pickup. It was a good catch by Abdallah. He had to go down on the ground to pick that one up. But still getting good protection is Emmanuel back there. For the most part, the Hoover offensive line's done a good job keeping his uniform clean.
Hoover keeps the offense on the field. It's a 4th down from their own 27-yard line. They go for it.
It's a must-have here. Without a conversion on this 4th down, this game pretty much falls out of hand. And Morse takes over and will have the clock in there to their advantage.
Hoover needs to convert a 4th and 14. Manuel has all those receivers out, trying to find 14 yards, throws it incomplete. Too much pressure from the Morse defense. The rush came from number 54, Omar Meza.
Well, Morse only rushed 3 and put 8 in the secondary, and they still got to Emmanuel's. So good job, and the pressure by putting the pressure, 5 blockers against 3 rushers, and Morse comes out ahead and now takes over on downs at the 23-yard line of Hoover. And at this point, I'm not sure what Hoover can do except just try to keep him out of the end zone. This has not been their forte in the second half.
That was great defensive pressure by Morse. The pass was incomplete. Couldn't find anybody open quick enough. So Morse has it 1st down at the 23 going in. Superior Gare, the running back, gets the handoff around the right side. Huge yardage for Gare inside the 10.
You know, that says great execution on the blocking team for pulling that guard and everybody just seal blocking down the near sideline, giving Garrett plenty of room to cut up field and pick up 10 yards on the play. It's pretty much it's been easy peasy for this Morse team all night long.
The official caught one of the Morse Tigers holding, and the referee went over and explained it to Coach McNair, who wasn't crazy about the explanation. Holding against Morse, it brings back a big gain that would have been inside the 10, but now they back up 10 yards.
No, that doesn't hurt Morse at this point. You're just using up clock, and that's all what you want to do here.
Morse needs to hold on to this lead and run out 8 minutes and 5 seconds of this 4th quarter to take the CIF championship over Hoover. Hoover trying to get the ball back as quickly as they can. 10-yard penalty sets it up at the 31-yard line. There's a short pass to Green, and Green makes good yardage after the catch. And gets back that penalty yardage and then some.
Yeah, about a 12-yard pickup on that. Green, showing really a lot of shiftiness when running the ball after the catch, and makes it more manageable down.
Devell Green has had a good night at receiver. He has complemented the running game of Gare.
Come on, Hoover. We need to stop. We need to stop. The reason we need to stop for to make it a good game. The better the game is, the better talent that get exposed. We want many of these kids to get a scholarship to college. Get that education, regardless of what people say. They don't need to go to college. Yes, they do. I'll tell you why. People they're gonna meet, not what they're gonna learn. The places they're gonna see.
There's another pass play towards the corner of the end zone. 2 receivers out there, and the ball goes in between them.
That's miscommunication on the part of the receivers. When you have 2 about 5 yards away from each other in the same area.
One of them probably had slant or stop.
Who's playing defensive back in that area is quarterback Emmanuel.
That was Nanato.
I would have loved to see Hoover quarterback take off more. He could really be out there on some Michael Vick Lamar Odom.
How did he get to the end zone that quickly from where he was lined
Yeah,
up?
if they score, the game is a wrap.
More separation between the 2 Morse receivers that would force that.
Very big play right here for Hoover. Probably their most important play of the game thus far.
3rd down and 7 now. The ball just inside the 20-yard line. That did stop the clock. Hand off to Gare. Looking for room around the left side and finds
Good run. Yeah, he nice.
Close to the 1st down, a little bit
There
short.
we go.
So it'll bring up a 4th and maybe 1 to go.
Nah, we need more energy on the field. Hoover, I coach to pick him up.
He just jumped on Gare's back.
It's more than possible. It's only 14 points. That ain't nothing to me. Send me deep. For me, I have some cold running backs. Never know when they're going to score. So just keep the energy high. Be positive, be zoned in.
Huge gain for Morse. Hoover trying to make a stop on 4th and short.
Body language is everything right now.
Could be ball game right here.
Morse letting the clock tick down. Play clock using as much as possible before this 4th down play. Oh, and there's all kinds of movement. Whistles. Gare
almost broke that one anyway.
Come on.
Spin after that.
Yeah, that was a tricky one.
Wow, he's fun to watch.
Let y'all get back to enjoying the 4th game.
Morse, though, on that 4th down play, someone moved too quickly. Instead of 4th and 1, it'll be 4th and 6.
Doesn't really matter for Garrett if it's 4th 1, 4th 6, 4th and 12. He finds a way to get yardage. And all this does is just extend the drive and use up more clock.
Clock is at 6 minutes, 15 seconds left in this D5 championship. Morse goes for it again on 4th and 6th.
An opportunity here for Hoover, but it has to happen now.
Yeah, really a must stop for Hoover.
Yep.
Whistles on the play, and another flag comes out. Another procedure call.
Whoa. Coach McNair's not going to be happy with that.
Yeah, 5 more yards against Morse.
Back to back. And Morse crowd not happy with the official's call here. So it changes your play call at 4th and 11.
All the way back now to the 24-yard line. They need to get to almost the 12 for a first down. Between the 13 and the 12.
And the clock hasn't started. Well, the clock is running now.
How did they start the clock after 2 penalties? Okay. All right. Clock continues to run. 4th down and a big pass rush coming, and they get to him.
Wow.
The Hoover defense makes a play. Big pass rush there from number 50. And that's Nate Vongsuthi. Vongsuthi gets the quarterback sack on 4th down.
So turnover on downs thanks to the Hoover defense, and they'll give the Cardinal offense an opportunity here with 5:19 to play in this ball game.
Well, that stop keeps Hoover in this ball game. It gives them at least a chance with 5:19. They must score quickly and try to get the ball back. They trailed by 16, but that was a big stop on defense.
It was. Good job by Hoover. Contrast to the Cardinals for giving their offense an opportunity here.
First down from their own 31. Looking to do something quickly. Manuel throws it to the sideline and a good catch. I believe that's Abdallah out there who has it for a first down after a gain of 11.
And the clock's going to continue to run. They stop it.
Stopped it to move the chains, but that ball that was tackled inbounds.
That's a heck of a throw. That's a long sideline pass for Emmanuel. But they're going to have even more of a sense of urgency here. Those passes are nice for 10 yards, but they got to go a lot longer, and time is not on their side.
And Abdul Abdallah has made some really good catches tonight. So Manuel back looking downfield again, this time throwing to a man wide open. That's Ronnie Grant. Ronnie Grant Jr. has another first down. That was a great read that time.
It was a good
by the quarterback.
It was a good read. Good job by the line. They're only rushing 3, so they're throwing 8 back in the secondary. But that means there's a lot of holes available there, and smart job by the receiver to sit in a hole, wait till his quarterback finds him.
You can drive the ball down the field if you're getting 10 on each play. So that's what they're trying to do right now. Manuel looking downfield, has some room to run, but throws it and caught. Officials may rule he's inbounds there. They did blow the play down dead, but that's Ronnie Grant again, really reaching out to make a catch and helping out his quarterback.
I thought Emmanuel might tuck that one run and run toward the sideline, but good job finding his receiver off the rush because he was getting pressured rolling to the right. And so 2nd and 1 with 4:30 to play.
Yeah, and that time they did rule that the tackle pushed the receiver out of bounds, so the clock stops at 4.5 to go. Hoover trying to get in the end zone as quickly as possible. They trail by 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions. 2nd and short. Manuel looks downfield. Now keeps it gets the first down. That stops the clock. He's tackled there by Ivan Scarville. It's a first down play, so they stop the clock just long enough to move the chains, and Hoover needs to get up the line quickly.
Exactly. They need to be calling plays at the line of scrimmage and not huddling up.
Yeah, this is taking extra time they don't have.
Yep. Exactly right. They need to be calling 2 plays in the huddle and quickly getting back on the ball each time, unless it's a complete pass.
Yeah, it is a first down at the 33. 4:05 left. Hoover trying to keep their hopes alive tonight. Manuel, once again, downfield throw, just a little bit too far out of the reach of Noah Contreras. Good defensive coverage by Dominic Quintanilla.
Yeah, there wasn't going to be much out of that play, even if he had made the grab, because Quintanilla was right on the play.
Clock goes under 4 minutes. It's 38-22 Morse. So we've been talking about it. Hoover's chance in this game, TC, is to score quickly enough. Touchdown and a 2-point conversion. That makes it a one-score game, and that's what they're trying to do on this 2nd and 10.
And the only downside is they're not a big play offense. They're an offense that moves the ball, but not on huge plays.
Oh, this ball's on the ground, picked up though, and run. Big yardage. What a heads-up play.
Wow.
By Tuipulotu, who picks it up and runs with it.
He has done everything tonight for this Hoover football team, offense and defense. And like you said, Gary, amazingly awareness, getting that ball and making a big play all the way down to about the 15-yard line.
That was a completely busted play, and he turns it into a first down at the 15. Manuel looking to throw short of his receiver, who's trying to catch it, but it hits the ground. That's an incomplete pass. Wouldn't have gained any yards anyway.
Probably better that he didn't bring that ball in, stops the clock.
We're not really sure how many timeouts each of these teams have. You've been keeping track.
Yeah, Morse is out. Morse is out of timeouts.
Theirs, okay.
Hoover actually has 2 in their pocket.
Okay. So they can stop the clock if they need to with the timeout. And boy, just so important that they somehow find a way to score a touchdown just to keep their hopes alive. Down 2 scores with 3.5 to play.
But they cannot afford to huddle up after plays unless it's an incomplete pass or a ball that goes out of bounds. They're using too much clock going back in the huddle and calling plays.
2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Manuel trying to find someone, throws to the back of the end zone. That is caught in the corner. That's a touchdown for Hoover. What a catch. That is number 6, Noah Contreras, in the corner of the end zone. We got a great look at it from our field camera. Outstanding camera work, and wow, Hoover is not done yet.
Unbelievable. Contreras was well covered on the play, and it required a perfect throw by Emmanuel. That's exactly what he got, and Contreras, more aware than the defender, able to come up with that catch in the corner of the end zone and giving Hoover an opportunity here. 38-28 with 3:23 to play, and here comes the 2-point conversion attempt.
Got to have the 2-pointer, but they have closed it to a 10-point game now. Here comes the conversion. They hand it off, and they score the 2-pointer. Tuipulotu runs it in. This is a 1-score ball game at 38-30. Hoover has made it a ball game with still 3:23 to go. And as they change sides, we will take a break and be right back here on the NFHS Network. The Hoover Cardinals not willing to let this one go at this point. They are still in this ball game, TC, with that touchdown and 2-point conversion. We had an 8-point game with 3:23 to go.
You know, 10 minutes ago, I would have told you, Kerry, I think this one may be over. I think Morse had just done too much to this Hoover team. But it's never say die Cardinals. They kept this within 1 score. And, of course, another onside kick.
Onside kick. The ball's bouncing, but goes out of bounds. A flag comes out. A Morse player did make contact with the ball, so we'll have to see what is this penalty for.
It shouldn't be against Hoover on the kick going out of bounds. Just like you said, it did touch a Morse player.
Wow, that was a good looking onside kick. If it bounced back towards a Hoover player, they might have had a chance to recover it. Here's the call from our referee.
Yeah, it's going to be waved that off.
Yeah, the kick was touched by the receiving team, so they did wave off the penalty there. That's the right call.
Yep.
Morris did get their hands on it, and lucky for Morris, that ball bounced out of bounds instead of back towards Hoover, because that could have been a recovery. And now, after the Hoover defense made a stop on the last drive, they have a chance to make another one to keep their hopes alive. Morris is looking to get a first down or more to end this one.
And they may need to use their timeouts on defense.
Well, almost had him in the backfield. Gare somehow gets out of there. It looked like they could have got a tackle for loss, but he ends up getting 7 yards.
That's when you think you have him corralled. He finds ways. He's so shifty and so strong to find ways to get additional yardage after the point of attack and after initial contact.
Yeah, to get 7 yards on first down, that puts a lot of pressure on Hoover. Like, when do you use the timeout you have left to save some of this clock in hopes of getting the ball back? Morris gets a couple of first downs and they can run the clock out.
You know, if they don't get too far on this play, I think I would see Hoover calling a timeout just to keep the clock stopped. And they got to stop.
That's tremendous effort by Superior Gare. Looked like the Cardinals had him, and he still somehow gets a first down.
That was an opportunity lost for the Cardinal defense. It looked like agreed. It looked like they had him in the backfield. He just finds ways to shift to the outside, make some good moves, makes it tough for the defender to bring him down, and that's a first down, and that is going to be tough to counter as we're under 2:20 to play and the clock is running.
Yeah, Morris can now run a lot of clock with a first down. Clock moving at 2 minutes, 12 seconds to go. They lead by 8. After they had led by 24, we might mention, they lead it by 8. It's 38-30.
Tight formation, 2 tight end set for Morse.
And a direct snap to Gare, who picks it up off the ground and, again, gets 6 yards after the ball bounced off the ground back to him.
That was a huge opportunity for Hoover and a bad connection with the quarterback, and Gare just picks it up and instead of getting hit and dropped in the backfield, picks up 6 yards.
Now Hoover must take a timeout after that first down play. With 1:48 to go in this ball game, Morse leads it 38-30. Hoover has certainly made it a ball game after they trailed by 24 with 4:56 to go in the third quarter. And TC, it's a one-score game, but time is really not on the side of the Hoover Cardinals, and it is on the side of the Morse Tigers.
Yeah, and right now Cardinals have 1 timeout remaining. You're looking at a 2nd and 4. You know, you're going to have to get 11 guys on number 0 because that's all it's going to take to stop the man. But then still an opportunity here. If they can stop them on 2nd down, they're probably going to take their final timeout on 3rd. But here, this is kind of a critical down. This is kind of make or break for the ball game for the Cardinals here.
Well, the Cardinals have used one of those final timeouts they have. 1:48 on the clock. Morse looking to finish off this victory in the D5 championship.
If they can't stop number 0, it's going to be all for naught. They got everybody in the box here for Hoover.
Yeah, everybody on defense for Hoover within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. And here's the direct snap again to Gare. And Gare has another first down, and that might do it. Superior Gare just literally unstoppable.
No matter how hard Hoover plays, and they have played hard defensively, trying to stop gaps, trying to avoid him from getting to the outside. Superior Gare, and I know he's only 5'9", and I know he's not going to get a lot of Division I looks from large schools, but he's probably one of the best-looking running backs I have seen this season from both the San Diego and Southern section. And he would be a huge compliment to any offense at the next level.
And they've just decided to just keep snapping it to Gare for the rest of the game. The clock continues to run. We're getting close to 1 minute left in this championship, and it's first down for Morse.
And they're just looking at the back judge for time.
Gare takes this direct snap once more, and he breaks free. There goes Superior Gare for another touchdown, and that will sew up the D5 championship. Fittingly, Gare takes it in for another touchdown.
Over 200 yards tonight rushing, and well over, and I don't have the exact date, that's all unofficial. But it has been all Superior Gare here tonight offensively. Unstoppable. It's unbelievable how he just gets by the defense with his moves and with his strength and with his vision. He has just been a ghost for this poor Hoover team. And that defense has just got to be run ragged after trying to chase him around tonight.
We'll give Hoover credit for trying, but this is a superior talent, Superior Gare. And he just scored, I believe, his 4th touchdown of the game. Here's the extra point up. Extra point is good. And with 57 seconds left in this D5 championship, Morse takes a 45-30 lead over Hoover. And we'll be back to wrap this one up right after this on the NFHS Network. What a performance tonight by Superior Gare. 4 touchdowns, including that 31-yard dash to the end zone, which will seal this game for Morse. They lead it by 15 with under a minute to play.
Well, let's give Morris an opportunity not only to bring a section title home for the first time since 2018, but also gives them an automatic bid into the Southern California Regional State Playoffs, which will be decided on Sunday afternoon and played next week. So they get to play one more game.
Here's the kickoff to Hoover. Chance to run it back from the 15 is Ronnie Grant. It's a decent return out past the 35-yard line, and Hoover gets one more chance down 15 with under a minute to play in this D5 championship.
It's a little too late for this Hoover team. They fought like warriors here tonight, and Morse kind of exploded in the third quarter, but Hoover made it a ball game in the fourth. But it's just too much Superior Gare too often for this Morse Tiger team, and Hoover just couldn't keep up with them.
Yeah, Hoover had only 6 points at halftime, and they managed to put together some nice drives to get to 30, but Morse offense just overwhelming, and just a tremendous performance by these Morse Tigers here tonight. Manuel's gone all the way and trying for a deep shot, but that goes way too far for the receiver. Back there to cover was Rayvon Stewart. Well, I give Manuel credit. He has got an arm. He can throw the ball a long way.
He's got a cannon there. He already threw a 55-yarder earlier that we saw, and that one is about the same distance as well.
That was at least that far, maybe farther, but it goes as an incomplete pass. A little desperation there on the part. Can't blame of the Cardinals now.
Just a sophomore, Emmanuel. Boy, it's time to get better and better in the next 2 years. He is going to be dangerous.
And so is Tui Baluto, also a sophomore. And here's a pass out to the sideline, broken up. Morse is there. That's Quintanilla with the defense. Incomplete pass.
37 seconds to play and 3rd and 10.
When we think about these Hoover Cardinals, you've got the Tui Baluto brothers, both coming back next year, and also Manuel.
As is Abdallah. He'll be back next year as well. I mean, he'll probably be maybe the number 1 receiver for this team. They do lose some people, some good key people as well, but it's still a fairly youthful roster. And so don't be too surprised if Hoover finds their way into a section title game next year as well.
Well, it hasn't been too many trips to the championship for Hoover.
Nope.
Only once before, and they got to be disappointed by how this is going to ramp up, but they did make it a game here in the fourth quarter. 3rd down pass play complete for a 1st down. That is Christian Tuipalutu who must have over 10, 12 catches tonight.
He has been the go-to guy in the air for Hoover. And also defense as well, and also in the running game. He's really been spectacular. I like the way he plays. He's kind of a Swiss Army knife for this Cardinal football team.
So you got Christian and Tani. Definitely offensive weapons for this team.
And Abdullah, another wide receiver, is coming back as well for your sophomore quarterback. I'm excited to see what this team does next year.
Well, you know that Coach Will Gray is proud of this group getting to the finals. There's a pass complete out to Grant. The ball comes loose and it goes into the arms of Abdallah. Heads up play by Abdallah to keep the play alive.
Wow.
Grant was really blasted. I believe that was Nonato with the hit. Gare was also over there. Wow.
Grant got lit up. But what a heads-up play by Abdallah on that ball. It shot right in the air. Johnny on the spot makes the play and keeps the drive alive for Hoover as they call their final timeout.
Now, the Cardinals haven't given up. They're taking their last timeout. We believe it's their last timeout with 22 seconds remaining. They're still playing out there. They're not going to they're going to continue to play offense as long as there's time on the clock, and that's what they're doing.
You know, their season record's going to go to 7-7, and most people are going to go, well, gee, that was kind of a mediocre year. Well, not really, because not only did they make it to the title game, but they made a big run in the postseason playoffs, going 3 straight after 2 straight losses to end the season. So this team really picked up in the postseason. They came together, and a lot of these players coming back next year for the Cardinals. Coach Gray is going to have a great core of players to work with, especially offensively. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what the Cardinals can do in 2026.
Yeah, remember, anytime the number 9 seed gets to the championship game, you have to make some big plays and get here. There's a long pass downfield, almost caught. Once again, Christian Tupalutu had a chance to catch it, but it was just off his fingertips.
I don't know how he's still running. I mean, offense and defense and running so many deep patterns tonight. Tupalutu has just been phenomenal. I mean, he's a conditioned athlete.
Cardinals down to only maybe a couple more plays in this game. Trailing by 15.
Might want to think about picking up half of it here if they can get something on the deep flat. They have no timeouts left, so they got to keep the sidelines, keep close to the sidelines.
Second down and 10 play. 14 seconds left in this game. Manuel tosses this out. Here's Tuipulotu, makes a move and gets a first down. The clock stops for a moment at 4 seconds. Hoover will try to get another play off if they can. They roll the clock under 2 seconds. They try to down it. Clock's at zeros. That's the end of the ball game, I believe. Yes, that's the end of the ball game. The Morse Tigers have won this one 45-30 over the Hoover Cardinals. Congratulations to Coach Tracy McNair and the Morse Tigers, their first CIF title since 2018.
Yeah, I mean, Morse looked absolutely phenomenal in the second half.
And it's a wrap.
They were just too much care too often on offense and special teams as well.
It's a blessing. Good feeling, good feeling. Shout out to Morse Tigers. Taking it back to the jungle. Southeast versus East Dago with San Diego for the win.
Twice to get back in this ball game. Just not enough.
This will be on the page tonight. I'm going to download the whole thing. As you can see, we've been live for 3 hours. Ending now. Thank everybody who tapped in. You're going to stream again the game. Yes, indeed. We're going to get that Lincoln game tomorrow. Make sure y'all tap in tomorrow. It's going down. We're going to keep it going even through basketball season. So appreciate y'all and keep y'all too long. Subscribe. We got to get to 100 subscribers. Let's get it.